Also, you guys look great.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Roller Roleplay, the D&D show that forces my players, just to roll with that.
I was wondering why you weren't doing an accent. It's because you were making a joke.
There you go. I can't do both. I can't multitask. I'm DM Dan. Hi. And welcome to our Halloween episode. Woo! Woo-hoo! I know we got a few days left until that happens, but we're all dressed up, have a little bit of fun, gonna have a good time. Yeah, thank you all for joining us today. I think it'll be cool to kind of go around the room and just like see how everyone's doing, and if they want to talk about their costume or what they're dressing up as, go for it. What's up, Cal? How are you? You're very spooky.
Thank you. I didn't know what to dress up as, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just dress up like a death cleric, because that's what Oz is. So this is my interpretation for like the day of.
It's so great, though. I love the backdrop. It definitely adds the vibe into it. It's so great.
I have my light is changed to blue as well.
Ooh. Getting the chills. No, that's awesome. I love it. Great. Yeah, anything you wanted to mention about your character or anything about last episode that kind of perked your interest a bit?
Oz is starting to go through some behavioral changes.
Mm-hmm.
So probably will be more instances of leading people on and then shutting them down.
Yeah, you did that really good last week.
That's fun. It was fun. Oz currently looks like a human woman with long curly brown hair and is wearing a black robe gotten from the shrine of the Raven Queen. And when we left off, they had their spiritual weapon out and was running out to the street.
Yep. No, that sounds about right. I mean,
reminding myself as well as everybody
else. That's why we're going to do the recap too. That's no worries, no problem. No, but thank you. Yeah, thanks, Cal. Again, great job. I love the whole aesthetic. It's so creepy.
Thank you.
Hi, Dennis. How you doing? What's up?
Doing pretty good.
Nice. Why don't you just tell us what's going on with your life? How are things? Everything. I see Captain America shield back there too.
Yeah, that's. Oh. Anyways, I'm supposed to be Frankie from One Piece.
Yes. So, that makes sense with the Hawaiian shirt, with the palm tree shirt and everything.
I didn't get
and the hair
quite in line, ready for the stream today, but
show him the
glasses. Fine.
Oh, and the glasses. The glasses.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so fucking cool.
Is that the guy that has like just the shirt and nothing else? Like it's just
he's like wearing or something? In the show, he's like wearing a Speedo most of the time.
Okay,
and, like, never
I think I remember.
Even when it's like super cold outside.
Yeah.
The Speedo and the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, I remember.
I put a link in the chat. Hopefully it works.
Oh yeah. No, I love Frankie. He's such a really cool character, and I love when he says super. I just super. No, it's so great. Again, I love the shirt. I love the glasses. Really did it for me. That really, I like that a lot. That was awesome.
I can't see anything with them right now.
I know you don't have to. It's fine.
I wear
glasses not copyrighted. No,
that's awesome. Less than 30 seconds.
We're good. But thank you.
And everything we've worked for gone.
Yep, everything's destroyed. Thank you, Dennis. Again, you look fantastic. I love it. It'll be great to see what Craig does today. Hi, Kimarie. Kitty.
Hello.
Marie.
Oh no. I don't know if I like that one.
Nah. I'm not gonna go with that anymore. I'm more of a dog person.
Kittery.
Ooh, there you go.
Kittery.
Oh no,
Kittery.
I don't like that either.
Uh-huh.
Oh, anything. Anyway,
Yeah.
hi, I'm Kimarie. I play Meekhill, and I'm a boy.
Hey.
I'm a Kenku artificer, and as always, my mouth gets me in trouble. In more ways than one. No, I'm just kidding. Especially this last episode where I said, I fed the people, and then 25 plus people surrounded me and Craig.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really fun. And then Zamina and Oz just went up the stairs and just were like, nope. Which was, I loved it. It was a great moment. We had a lot of great moments last week. So I'm excited for what Dan has planned. And I don't know what else I'm
Okay. I thought it was great. Thank you. And again, I love the makeup. The whiskers
Thank
makeup looks
you.
very nice on the lips. I know it takes some time, so good job. I love it.
Thank you.
Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
Dandy.
Nope.
Okay. So what are you dressed up as today?
Just comfy.
Comfy's a good costume.
Mhm.
I like it. Very nice.
Or mourning the death of my husband. Whatever comes first.
I
like
like
that.
I like that one too. Yeah,
Either way, hopefully the money comes in. That's all that matters.
smart. That's a good and that's a costume. I love it.
is.
Yeah. So yeah, I know it's Zamina again. We haven't had like a lot of stuff with the Bregan Dareth or anything pressing with that too, but I'm really curious to see what you're going to do today with her. Like, how did you feel about last session? What did you think with everything going on and chasing for the Stone of Galore?
I mean, we haven't even started yet, Dan. We have the whole thing coming up. Well, we had like a little baby chase, but I mean...
Mm-hmm.
No, the last session was good. I think we had a lot of good interactions, and we were kind of focused on what we needed to do. There wasn't very many quiet moments, so we were constantly going forward, which is good. Hopefully, we continue to bounce off of each other as we did. You know, especially how Zamina and Oz worked together in the last little bit, where they just bounced off of each other. She didn't even interact at all, and Oz just said, "No, can I see the pretty lady? No."
So funny.
On. I got her, manhandled as a cat by one of the bandits, so that was great. Or the commoners, I don't know if they were the same.
Yeah, no, that was probably one of my favorite funny moments of the campaign. Was just blatant no, like from Cal, because it was just like disappointment, just shutting down. Loved it.
Yep.
I watched it like 5 times last week.
Cut it off at the source.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would love to know what you picked out were as funny moments to upload to TikTok, but I'm not downloading TikTok, so
That's
I'll
okay.
never know.
But for anyone who watches us,
I missed your posts in the Discord telling us what you thought were funny moments.
it's fine.
I weep the death of something in this campaign, and it's my love for you.
You're really getting into character, and I appreciate that.
I know, but no, you guys all look good at
It's the robe.
Yeah. It
I
is
love the robe.
And it's okay.
The robe
Gradually, it'll start shifting over a little bit, and then I'll cover it back up because I mean, I'm not. It's not OnlyFans, not yet.
I know. We have to start a Patreon or something like that just to show some of Justin's steps.
I mean, I have a Patreon set up for us already.
Let's start. Let's do a tier program, guys.
But yeah, let's just take a moment to appreciate, the makeup effort gone into today's looks. I mean, we don't always have time to do anything like that. So you guys who did makeup, it's noticeable. You look great.
Looks great.
And I can only imagine what this is going to look like on Tuesday, Dan, when you have more time to do it.
Thanks. Yeah, I tried like the eyeliner, but it didn't really work too well.
Did you show off the entirety of it? Because you have the suit underneath, don't you?
So I have. I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but like I have, like if I stand up, like I have a black vest underneath here as well, with the red gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just have black dress pants underneath as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did a lot of it like this weekend. Went to Macy's and stuff. Found a lot of cool, cheap stuff on sale and put it all together. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
The hardest part was the Dalmatians. I had to use Velcro for that, but luckily it sticks, kind of. Okay.
I just
that one
completely
lucky?
forgot about it, so I realized today, I was like, oh yeah, costumes. Thanks for the reminder, Cal. So I was like, that's fine.
Wasn't me, it was Dan.
Was it?
I think so. Because I got the same reminder. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Anyway.
It's all good. No worries. But thank you, Justin. Appreciate you. And again, I love the idea for the costume. Yeah, and I guess you guys know I'm doing a male version of Cruella de Vil. I love villains. Super fun. And it is a little warm, but I kind of like it. I don't know why. We'll see. But thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Kimarie, we have another Instagram follower, right?
Yes, we do.
Cool. Who is that?
It is called You Wanna Do What Podcast. So.
Thank you. You want to do what podcast?
You Wanna Do What Podcast.
You want to do what?
Yep.
I like the name.
Yes.
I want to see what they do.
All right. Well, I think they
you want to
do
do what?
D&D.
You want to do what?
You want to do what?
Do
Yeah,
what?
that's really clever. I like it.
It is
It's not
good.
loading, but we'll see someday.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, thank you. Well, okay. I guess that's it for introductions. Let's roll into today's spooky episode of Roll or Report. All right. So, in our last episode, our players, with the assistance of Glab, went to visit a shop in the Trades Ward that is owned by Alaspra Olmar, a keysmith. Our players found this key while searching for the Stone of Galore, and were hoping it would lead to some clues as to the stone's whereabouts. Alaspra was a bit reluctant to reveal information at first, but with some successful checks and Oz revealing their Harper's badge, she was more than willing to help. It was found that this key was made and given to Volkar Hibbins and resides in an old windmill in the South Ward. When our players arrived at the windmill, it was pretty run down. There was graffiti, trash, and partially destroyed walls, etc. Our players found some squatters in a few rooms, hoping to get information as to where Volkar Hibbins is. There was no luck. Oz and Zymina got accidentally separated from Craig and Mikhail when Mikhail unintentionally got the attention of all 25 squatters on the first floor of this windmill. Oz and Zymina got a head start exploring exploring the upstairs. And Craig managed... It said exploring Craig. I don't know why. Maybe that's some fan fiction I was thinking about.
Absolutely it is.
Craig managed to ask all of the squatters for the whereabouts of Volkar Hibbins in exchange for gold. None of the squatters knew, but Craig kept to the end of his bargain and split 75 dragon evenly among the squatters. In the meantime, Oz and Zymina got a head start in exploring the upstairs of the windmill, and Zymina wild-shaped into a cat and found a couple of men in one of the rooms. One of the men picked up Zymina as a cat and was giving her Eskimo kisses and smooches, while Oz alerted the group that they found people upstairs. It was discovered that one of the men was Volkar Hibbins. Volkar admitted that the key was his. He explained that he was hired to break into the mausoleum. He received a lot of pay for the job. Lossar Merklov was the one that hired him, along with Lossar's apprentices, Retchen and Krila. They live in a cellar underneath an abandoned wig shop. Lossar's goal was to collect a bunch of bones from the City of the Dead and reanimate them to create an undead army within the city. Volkar circled the map to where it would be, and that was at Dandy Mops, the abandoned wig shop in the Trades Ward. When our players arrived at Dandy Mops, the gate to the shop was locked. Since our group was in a crowded street, they asked Glarb to cause a distraction and talk to people on the street about his business. This distraction did work, and Mikhail unlocked the gate undetected. However, our group went down just when they saw Glarb visited by 2 city watchmen. Our players got into the shop, headed downstairs into the cellar, which led to access to the sewers. With the help of Zymina finding multiple secret doors, our players managed to find Lossar Merklov, but cowering in a corner as he was using his reanimated skeletons to defend himself from Xanathar's Kenkus. He explains that another Kenku took the stone and is in another room behind the Kenkus. Our players went to that room, found Lossar's apprentices dead, Retchen and Krila, by the hands of Xanathar's members. Our players saw a Kenku and a Gazer in the room and started combat. The Kenku ran to the top of the stairs, took out what appears to be the Stone of Galore, gave it to another Kenku at the top of the stairs. And then our players killed the Kenku and Gazer that was in the room and went out of the cellar. Our players found the Kenku on top of a roof, and we will be starting a rooftop chase. So you guys are going to be following this Kenku. So, chase it in D&D. There are a little bit of different rules with this, okay? So, I will definitely let you know. So, right now, from where you are, we're just going to start the chase when you guys are top of that roof. You're not going to roll athletics or anything to climb up there. It'll be fine. The Kenku is going to start at 60 feet away from you guys because he had a head start, okay? So, when you're chasing... Okay. So, you basically, so basically with chasing, you do not get bonus actions. It's strictly action movement. So, dashing, most likely you're encouraged to dash, That's what the action is, to try to catch up to the Kenku. The Kenku will also be dashing. So, you can freely use a dash action a number of times equal to 3 plus your Constitution modifier. And I'm going to give you guys your Constitution modifiers now. Zaimina, your Constitution modifier is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mikhail, yours is 1. Craig is 3. And Oz is 4.
Damn!
Yep.
Okay. Someone's
And-
about to choke a little birdie.
Each additional dash action you can take, but you have to succeed on a DC 10 Constitution check. And at the end of your turn, or if you fail it, you gain 1 level of exhaustion. So the participant drops out of the chase if its exhaustion reaches level 5, since its speed becomes 0.
Don't we just die, or are we not following the exact exhaustion rules?
It's right in the player's Dungeon Master's Guide. It's a different type of. I think it's like.
I know. I'm just making sure we don't just die.
You're not. No, you're not going to die.
Okay.
Not that way. But a creature can remove the levels of exhaustion it gained during the chase by finishing a short or long rest instead of just a long rest. Okay. You can make attacks and cast spells against other creatures within range, just like normal. And you cannot normally make opportunity attacks against each other, since you're all assuming moving the same direction at the same time. However, participants can still be the targets of opportunity attacks from creatures not participating in the chase. So if someone pops up and something happens. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is that you 4 and the Kenku are going to roll for initiative, and that's going to be the turn order, okay? Well, the way it works is that after you take your turn, like your dash action or whatever, you will roll a d20. This could lead to complications of the chase that will lead to the next person going up. And then that can either help you or hinder you as time goes on. So they'll either make you closer or make you fall back, etc. And then I'll kind of show like who is in the pecking order. I don't have a map specifically for this because it's just all kind of imaginary, but I'm going to keep track of how far ahead you guys are. Okay. All right. Any questions before we start into it?
I feel like we'll just pick it up as we go.
You will. And I got you covered here. It's
Yeah.
Hey, I'm muted.
Oh, I am?
Side note.
Oh,
That was-
you are. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me. Sorry. Oz is gonna have to cancel the spiritual weapon spell
Mhm.
because it's on bonus actions that it's moved and stuff.
Well, I mean, you can just not
You
worry
got-
about it and just leave it there. It'll disappear after a minute.
I will, as a DM rule, I'll say this. You can have it with you.
Okay.
It just moves with you.
Okay.
I will just say that.
So
That way
then
you don't
when
have to
I
listen.
stop type of thing, then I can use it again. Is that
Yeah.
kind of idea? Okay.
Now, if it is concentration, right? So if I remember, but like if for any reason you lose concentration of it or you
No,
go in
it's not.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, then that's fine. Yeah, as long as you, I'm just gonna have it just floating with you.
Cool.
Not a big deal.
Okay.
I'll be nice. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what I'm going to do, just to make things easy for me, I'm just going to have the map go to where we were last time at the Cellar Complex, just so we have your tokens there. And then I can just start the turn order, excuse me, the toin order.
Wayne?
Toin order.
What's up with you tonight?
A lot of things. It's a fun time.
So my question is,
Yep.
are you just assuming we're all going to be on the rooftop, or are we going to have to climb up first in our turns to catch up to the Kenku? Because
I'm going to have you all up there. Yep, I'm going to have you all up there, starting off.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, good to know.
Yep. Oh, I actually deleted that one. Well, I'll tell you what.
Or nor.
It's fine. Just for time's sake, I'll just use a skeleton, but you all know what's going to go.
I mean, if you also wanted, you could probably just pull up the base map for the city too, and just have us like go across a specific area too. If you wanted to have something other than the sewer up, just a thought.
No worries. Let me actually just get the token here. I apologize. Let's just do this here. By the way, thank you for everyone who's watching and enjoying this, and have a happy early Halloween, everyone. All right. Well, let's just do this. I have to take these gloves off. These are driving me crazy. I can't even. I can't even click on these. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, crazy. Like I can't even click on the tokens anymore. Oh, here we go.
I was gonna say, are you on the layer, the correct layer?
No, I was. It was just not working for me for some reason.
Okay.
It's all good. Okay.
It is.
I'm just going to use this map just because it's just much easier that way and we can get through it quicker. Okay. So let's do that. Add turn. All right. All right, everyone, roll for initiative.
Oh gosh.
I really wish Kenkus could fly.
I know.
Hidoki, roll 20.
Alright.
Well, Kenku did not do too well.
It's okay, neither
Neither
did
did Saimina.
I. Yay!
My con mod makes up for my lack of any dexterity.
Wait,
Yeah.
are we supposed to add con?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, just kidding. Oh, initiative. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
initiative. Like initiative?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Oh.
it determines the turn order of
Yeah, whatever
who's gonna
your
go
bonus
first.
is.
I did not add my bonus.
How come the Kenku thing is still not coming up here? 1-8.
I don't know, but Ginger Nato said the costumes are 10-10, you guys.
Ah,
Thank
thank you. Ginger.
Thanks, Sammy. Love you.
Thank you so much. Fashion is pain, right, everyone?
If you're
Not
a girl
really.
in
These
the
are all
60s.
my own clothes, and the only thing different that I did is I actually put rings on. And
Hey,
I put
nice.
eyeliner on.
Spicy.
You got rings.
I got rings.
Crick and Zamina, what did you get?
Oh, did it not say?
For-
Rip.
Initiative.
Yeah, he just didn't type it in.
I did type it in. It got
It
deleted.
happened to me too, yeah.
If anybody
Yeah.
else is doing it at the same time, it will not. So whoever does it first, like, gets it.
Okay.
Where do you want us to line up, Dan, if we're going to do it on this map to make it easier for you?
Oh no, this is all just going to be visual.
Oh,
We're not
okay.
going to, yeah, this is all just going to be visual. So as you guys get to the top of the roofs, the streets are relatively crowded. It is getting a little bit foggy now as well, with like a little bit of a light drizzle too. So you do hear the clattering of like rain hitting the shingles on the roof as well, and you guys are just trying to hunt down this Kenku to get the stone. The Kenku looks back at you and bolts forward and leaps. You guys are all 60 feet away from it. Miki, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna dash.
Yeah,
Okay,
as your action.
that's very
So-
good.
Yep. So, mhm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So right now you're dashing, and I need you to roll. So right now, because chases are new for me too. I think with this, I'm just going to calculate the difference here because each of you move 30 feet, including the Kenku. So right now, you guys are even with him right now. So I'm going to need you to roll a d20 for me, please, Mickey. And this will affect Craig, if anything happens.
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Here we go. So, Craig. Everything looks pretty good so far. You're able to keep up. It is now your turn. Right now, you guys are keeping up with the Kenku. What are you going to do? You're going to keep moving?
Yeah.
Oh, you're muted. Oh. Okay, cool. All right, roll d20 for me, please.
6.
6. All right. It leads to a complication for Oz.
Oh,
Oz.
no.
Oz. As you are running, when Craig is in front of you at this point, and his big mass, he actually makes one of the shingles crack in front of you, and you almost lose your footing, almost falling through. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
You were going to do so well without having to do those after the initiative.
Right?
Come on, Oz.
That's a 10.
Okay. Yeah. So as you go, you lose your footing because of Craig's mass. And what happens is that you actually slip and get your foot caught in the shingles and you fall prone.
Ugh.
And you slide 10 feet back as well because of the angle of the roof
Jesus Christ.
as well. So
No!
and when you get back up from being prone, you lose half your movement as well. So right now you're pretty behind at the moment. You are, I would say, half your movement. So that would be 20. Would be 15 plus the 10 that you lose. So you're losing the Kenku by 35 feet right now.
Okay.
So it's a 95-foot gap.
95 feet?
I'd say when you get up and prone, and the Kenku's still moving, and you're
Yeah.
getting up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now you're negative 35 feet right now from.
Can I cast something at him?
Yeah, you can definitely do so. You just won't be dashing at that time.
That's fair. I mean, I'm
Okay.
already behind. It's not like
Yeah.
I catch up with,
What are you planning on casting?
Chill touch.
Okay, sure. Roll the hit. Because that's like, what, 120 feet?
Yes.
Yep.
They got the range.
Yeah.
That's a 5. Okay, never mind.
5. Now,
Aw.
as you try to go and reach out for it, it actually hits like a chimney, like on one of the other roofs, and actually chips it because just the angles are like that, and you're frustrated at just how everything just started off with this.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. I need you to roll a d20 for me, please. And this is to affect the Kenku, so hopefully you have to give it a complication.
11.
11, okay. As the Kenku goes, he looks back and he laughs, and he is jumping. He's no complications. He's doing well. People are starting to look up and see what's happening, what's going on. Very curious what's happening in the area. Yeah, and the Kenku is going to roll a d20. See what happens to Zymina.
Can only imagine.
No complication for you, Zymina. So you're even with it right now.
Nice. Okay.
So you are 60 feet away from the Kenku.
So I'm going to use my action to wild shape
Okay.
into
Uh-huh.
a warhorse, which is a half CR, so the highest I can go.
Yeah.
And
On a roof?
On a
well,
roof?
I told you if we had to do any climbing. So,
Yeah.
you know,
No. That's amazing.
it's either
Okay.
that or a wolf spider. I can do that too if that's going to make it easier for you, Dan.
No, you do what you want.
And I'm gonna
Okay.
be as great. I'm so famine that I'm okay. I'm a light warhorse.
Yeah. You are a skinny warhorse, definitely. With a
so
long
yeah,
ass chain.
Yeah, I transformed into a warhorse as my action,
Okay.
and my speed is now 60.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to use my basic movement since I can't dash
Yeah.
to follow behind.
Yeah. Sounds good. And if everything goes well, you'll be gaining 30 feet on the Kenku each of your turns. So you definitely doubled your speed basically with that.
So for right now, I'm still 30 behind. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm at right now.
All right. Could you roll a d20 for me, please?
Yeah. $17.
17. Okay. No complications for Miki. Miki, this is pretty natural for you. You're able just to Like right now, you're like just kind of in front of the pack for the most part, side by side with Craig and Xymena, just hopping and moving. What are you doing?
I'm gonna keep dashing.
All right, roll a d20 for me, please.
Okay. That's a natural 19.
All right, sounds good.
Oh,
Craig.
wait, plus my con is 1, so 20.
Oh no, it's just for the complications.
Oh, just kidding!
No, you're good. It's okay.
Oh, I added 1 before. I'm sorry. It was
No.
14 before then.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay, thanks.
Craig, so everything's still going well for the most part. Could I actually have Xymena, Craig, and Mikhail roll a perception check for me, please?
Okay, Mikhail, that's right. Ah!
Only because, unfortunately, Oz is...
Come on, Michael. I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Michael, no! Don't you dare call me that! If you call me that in game, I will
Triggered.
slap you.
I rolled 18.
Okay.
McKinney.
14.
Okay. All three of you notice there is another Kenku that is about 60 or so feet ahead on another rooftop, kind of like a relay race type of thing. So what you kind of wonder is that if something were to happen to this one, the other one's going to try to come in and take that. So
Nice.
Something to keep in mind. So Craig, it is your turn.
About how close am I?
You're 60 feet away from the Kenku right now.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and catch up more.
Okay. Sure. So you would be basically, you both have the same amount of movement, both 30 feet. So you were still keep on tabs. Like, unfortunately, you can't gain at the moment unless there's something that you have or that you think about that could possibly gain movement. But right now, you're keeping up with it.
I guess I could try throwing my knife.
Okay. So that would be an action to throw the knife. Just
Okay.
let you know if you can definitely do so. I'm treating it as a dagger. I'm trying to think how far the dagger goes actually with that. Because I wonder if you have. I wonder if you have disadvantage on that actually. Let me see here. Range of dagger throw is 20 feet.
Oh.
So if you do further than that, it's disadvantage. But then, okay, so you can, so it's 20 to 60 feet. So you can throw it, but it would be at disadvantage, and it would be like right at the peak of it. So it would be a disadvantage if you do so.
Would it set me behind?
You are using your action instead of dashing to throw the knife. So it would.
You know
But
what?
you have a chance of damaging him, so that's kind of like the give and take with the chase. It is a disadvantage, though, but I know you do have a high modifier, but it just depends if it hits or not.
I'm gonna try and throw it.
Okay, go for it. Roll a hit.
You have got to be kidding me.
What?
What is it?
Is it a natural one?
I rolled a 20 and a 1.
Oh, that is crazy.
That hurts me.
Yeah.
They cancel each other out? Okay.
No.
Nope.
No. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to roll a complication for you, Craig, because you got a natural one on this, unfortunately, on the chase. So
That dice is going in
The
dice
garbage?
jail. I can't throw it in the garbage because it was a gift.
Ah, fair enough.
as I need you to make an acrobatics check for me, please.
Me?
I'm sorry, for Craig.
Okay. Sorry.
I
No
rolled
worries.
13 plus my plus 2 is 15.
Perfect. Great. Okay. So as you are running to catch up with the Kenku and you throw your knife, you lose balance, unfortunately. And also you're coming face to face with what appears to be like a weather vane
Oh no.
as well, too. Luckily, you catch your footing and you don't hit it and fall down, but you definitely lose a lot of your movement with the action, and your the rage meter has gone up from that as well. Your frustration.
Yep.
Because now it didn't hit and you lost movement, so yeah, it's frustrating. Could you roll a d20 for me, please, to see what will happen to Oz?
I'll roll a 5.
5. Okay. So, Oz,
Yeah.
as you get up,
Oh,
you dust yourself off. I mean, it's half your movement. I already calculated that in. So you're total of 95 feet behind at the moment.
Yeah.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw again for me, please.
no.
Oh gosh.
You got this,
Leave
Cal.
Oz alone.
Oh no. Okay, you're gone. Oh, that's a 7.
7. Okay. So as you run again, you're like, I'm going to get the momentum, get a good head start. You find when you're running and trying to catch up with your group, you step on a kind of like a soft part of a roof. Like there was a lot of water in it, and it's rotten. So you actually step on a rotten section of a roof, and it collapses underneath you.
Great.
You fall part way into the hole of the roof and become stuck. While stuck, you are prone and restrained. You can use an action on the next part of your turn. You can make an action to make a strength, athletic check or acrobatics check, ending the effect on success. But that part makes you way behind.
Ugh.
So you lose another, well, like 30 feet. So you're 125 feet behind right now of the Kenku.
Okay.
So
You're gonna have a lot of groveling to do after this.
it's unfortunately that's your turn at the moment. I'm gonna need you to roll another d20 for me, please, and see if you can earn the Kenku. A complication for it as well.
Roll low.
That was a 19.
19.
Really?
Okay.
Of all times?
Kenku is still doing well, and he actually gets to. He's probably like 30 feet away from his Kenku friend at the moment. About to pass the stone over. And now we're going to go to...
Hang
what
on.
happened? Yep.
Out of game.
Yes.
Who has Miki's potion?
Is that not you?
Glarb.
Oh, that's right. You gave it a Glarb. He had the swiftness potion. I was wondering when you guys were going to use it.
Because wasn't that a potion of swiftness or something?
Zymina,
It was!
Yes.
as a warhorse, as you are galloping along and jumping into the next roof, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please, as a warhorse.
As a warhorse. Yeah.
With your bonus. Mhm.
Am I proficient in this?
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Galloping.
Mm-hmm. Do it on roll 20.
Nice.
Believe it would be a 12. I don't know if I add proficiency bonus while in Druid or while
I would just say in the warhorse stats if you have proficiency in that. So you had a 12 total?
Yeah. I only have a +1 dex. I have more strength.
Gotcha. So as you leap onto the next roof, your hooves lose their footing as you slide on the roof. So you fall prone, unfortunately, and you slide 10 feet back as well.
Oh, that's fine. I still have 60 divided by 3 plus 2. I still move 60 feet.
Yeah. So you would gain 30 feet. But now you're use half your movement to get up because you have 60 total, right? So it'd be 30 feet.
And if I dash, it's 60. So yeah,
feet.
I'm only losing.
No, maybe 40. Yeah. So you only be losing.
Not even. Technically not even because I'm moving 50 still.
Yeah. So you're keeping up with them. Great. Okay. I need you to roll another d20 for me, please, Zamina.
Okay, and I was using my action to fully dash that time, so you know.
I figured, yeah. Yep.
If I was that before or after the dexterity save, just so we can clarify?
That was.
Like I'm using my action to dash before.
Yeah, and then when this is a complication during the chase when that happens.
Okay. No, I'm just saying then that would have been 120 feet that I'd be dashing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just.
No worries.
4.
Okay. Mikhail.
No.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
No thanks. That's a 2.
2. Okay.
Yep, it's great.
So great. So, you're doing very well for the most part. Like you see Zamina going ahead of you, but you're still keeping.
Good.
Yeah. So the roof, unfortunately, is slippery from the rain. You lose your footing. You fall prone on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah. So you lose half your movement with that. But you're a little behind.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay. Anything else? Are you ready? Or are you ready to roll for the 20 for Craig? See if there's any complications. All right. Go for it.
Yeah, I would just get up and keep going. So
go for it.
10.
All right. Craig, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
15.
15. All right. You see, looks like a kid or so, like on the ground, and he's like trying to throw a rock at you. And like he sees you as a big target throwing a rock, but you easily just dodge out of the way and don't get hit by that. So you have your normal movement.
I'm gonna try and maintain my. I'm gonna try and keep up.
Okay.
This time.
Sure, no worries. Sounds good because I think you were 30 feet behind, right?
Something
because
like
of
that,
the rowing. Yep. Okay. All right. No worries. Can you roll a d20 for me, please? Let's see how Oz fares.
I rolled 16.
16. Oz, you catch a break.
Yay.
Able to move. So, you are 125 feet away from the Kenku at the moment. You're almost out of this chase, pretty much. Unless there's anything else you want to do in the meantime. You still get visuals of them, but you just know most of it's beyond your reach.
I mean, I guess after I get myself out of this roof, I'd probably try and get down and find Glarb and see if we could follow that way.
Sure. So are you spending your turn to kind of perceive if Glarb is around?
Yeah, if I don't have to worry about being stuck in that roof.
Sure. I will say where you are, you don't see him.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm giving that as like a free turn for you. You don't see him anywhere.
Okay.
Unless you actively want to investigate, but you don't see him. Not where you are.
Yeah, I guess I did just keep running.
Okay.
Probably, yeah, probably take a second to try to pray to the Raven Queen, be like, is this stone something that we want? Type of thing.
Okay.
So.
Alright. You don't hear a response yet.
Right.
But that's definitely, you know, Raven Queen hears your prayers. Just depends how much energy she can spend to talk to you and everything.
Right.
So, yeah, just pray to her. So you do keep up your normal movement. You're still 125 feet behind them. Could you roll a d20 for me, please?
Yeah. Just a clarifying question though. If
Yes.
Zamina can move 60 feet as a warhorse and dashes for 120. Like, they're not in front yet?
They're pretty much right, from my knowledge, they're like right behind the Kenku right now.
Okay.
To my knowledge, yeah.
That's a 2.
Okay. This could help you guys, actually. Let's see here. Okay.
My bad rolling for something.
Well,
Alright,
gotta be
so...
thankful.
Alright. So as that happens, the Kenku is coming up with his other Kenku friends. I mean, you're probably like 15 feet behind him. Like, you're really close right now. He does exchange the stone quickly. The other Kenku hops into a wagon.
not a wagon.
That
On the
is
roof?
right. Nah.
On the roof?
On the ground.
Yeah,
On the
like
ground. We have a warhorse on the roof.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so really it would work out. Okay.
Yeah. So, the old Kenku is staying on the roof while trying to like hold back whatever's going to happen, while the other Kenku is hopping onto the wagon and moving. So, let me add the other Kenku to that as well. Kenku 1 and Kenku 2.
I half expect Craig to just tackle Kenku 1 off the roof.
Right?
That was kind of my thought.
And I'm just going to put him right here as well. Actually, let me see what his role is. I want to check. Oh, that actually works out. So he... Yep. Okay. Okay. So, I will say that other Kenku is using the horse's full movement to go. So that's the end of the Kenku's turn. Zaimina, it is your turn now. So right now you are, with your normal movement, face to face with the regular with the first Kenku, who's trying to arm himself and protect wherever he's at. He looks scared though.
I mean, well, I don't think he expected a giant warhorse on the
Right?
Yeah. So I guess I would just use my full dash to, because he jumped on the wagon and using the horses. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I can jump on top of the wagon. That'd be hilariously.
That would be funny, but yeah,
But-
you would be. Yeah, it's 60 feet of movement for the wagon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I have 60 as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, at this
Catching
point,
up.
GG, I guess. So I'll just try to jump down and chase after them from the rooftops. Then, if he jumped out onto a wagon, which is not much higher off the ground, I imagine I should be able to as well.
Yeah, you should
Try
be
to
able
couple
to.
my fall.
Yeah, could you just roll just Nah, I'm not gonna be roll. You'll be fine. It's easy. You can do
Do
it.
athletics. I don't care.
Do
That's more
athletics.
what it would probably be.
I just want to see if you get a natural one. That's the only thing.
You never know. And then my hooves stuck into the ground. They break
I
off.
know,
and
I don't want
transform
that.
back into
Oh.
my normal form.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Zaimina turned into glue.
It's okay. I rolled a 16 plus 4, so 20.
Yeah, without a problem.
Horse.
The Kenku will use an opportunity attack on you, though.
All right, let me go back to my warhorse stats because I think I have like 11 HP or something, and that will matter.
Kenku got a 14. No, sorry, and 13 to hit you.
I'm pretty sure it does. Let me just look.
Okay.
Yeah, I only have an armor class of 11, but I have 19 hit points in this form.
Okay.
On average.
I think it should be fine. 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll the health real quick so I have it.
No worries. All right. And then, if you could, please roll a d20 for me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Because now we're going to a street chase. No.
Okay, I have 21. So I have 16 hit points now.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Nice thick horse.
And I rolled 10 for the D10
Ooh, okay.
for the complications. All right.
All right. Mikhail,
That's me.
that's you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you... well, I want to know something first. Are you looking to jump down into the street now or continue on the roof?
Oh yeah, I'll go on the road. I'll
Okay.
try to follow the cart.
Okay. Sounds good. Can you make just an athletics check for me, please? Or acrobatics.
Okay.
Said no. Okay, so natural 1.
Fuck you, Justin.
Want
Fuck you,
that?
Justin. It's a 1.
Oh,
No, it isn't.
no!
No, it
It
isn't.
is.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying. You
Rogue.
fucking
What happened
manifested
to your
it.
What happened to your
Manifested
weighted
it.
dice? What happened to your weighted
You
dice?
manifested it
Did you-
and it came to be. Fuck off.
So there was a complication with this as well, so I'm just going to combine the two.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So as you try to leap to the road, you actually trip on a shingle and you start to fall face first into what appears to be a glass pane, like people are holding. So you fall and shatter the glass that these two human commoners are holding. You do take... You take 3 points of piercing damage as you are pierced with shards of glass in you right now, and you are prone on the ground.
I'm so sorry.
It hurts.
Ow. 7 years bad luck.
Oh no. Well, glass, not mirror.
No, I'm just
thankfully.
kidding. But close enough.
So you would have to use half your movement to get up.
Yeah, I will.
Because every turn, you are losing 30 feet every turn now, since you're not a horse or have a wagon, and you lose another 15, so you're 45 feet behind.
Perfect.
With that, could you roll a d20 for me, please?
Yeah, I guess so. 18.
18 sounds good. Craig, there's no complications. You do see the wagon moving out now. Do you go to try to jump on the road now and chase on the road, or are you continuing on the roof?
I think I'm going to jump down to the road.
Sounds good. Could you make an athletics or an acrobatics for me, please? Athletics is better for you.
Yes, athletics.
Yes.
Take a chance.
Take a chance on Craig.
So I roll 17 plus 7.
Yes. Yeah, so easily.
Man, that was close.
Yeah, right. And as you jump down, you do see Miki a little ahead of you, just prone on the ground. With
As
glass.
I'm
And then
running by Miki, can I just pick him up?
Do you consent to that, Mikhail?
Yeah, at this point, sure.
Okay.
At this point, sure.
So as you run, and I'm going to give this as a free action too. You run and go past the two guys that are just wondering what's going on. You grab Mikhail almost by the scruff and put him on your shoulders. As right now you're piggybacking Craig, trying to catch up with the wagon and ahead of Zymina as well. Could you roll a d20 for me, please?
18.
18, fantastic. Okay. Oz, no complications. It is your turn. You are pretty behind. Do you try to go on the road?
I mean, I
'Cause I
guess
will
so,
say-
yeah, since being on the roof has not been great for us.
Okay. Can you roll an athletics or acrobatics check for me? Athletics is... Actually, they're both the same for you.
Ooh, 18 plus whatever
Nice.
it is. Do I have those?
Right?
No. Plus 2 for strength.
Yeah. So I'll give you your athletics. It is a +2.
Hey.
So
There you go.
you get 20 on that. Jump down without a problem. That's good. You do normally lose 30 feet because of the horse, the wagon. So unless there's anything else, you'll be, I think, 155 feet behind, which most likely will take you out of the chase.
Okay.
Damn.
But if you could roll another d20 unless there's anything else you want to do on your turn.
I'm gonna Rocky Talkie Miki and be like, "Where are you guys? You're so far ahead."
Sounds good.
Can I give Oz like?
Sure, you can give a reaction.
See coordinates. He's not coordinates. We see a street sign and be like, "We're off of this street and this street."
Sure, I will. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera here because a little bit. Yeah, so you notice. I would say you're like 2-3 blocks ahead at the moment, just following the same street.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, sounds good. Nothing happens with the Kenku. Zymina.
Yes.
So what I will let you know, they actually park their wagon at this old. Yeah, like because they're ahead of you right now. You notice that they see you're gaining. The Kenku leaps out of the wagon and goes into what looks like this old tower that you see here. Okay, no complications for you either. So the chase has ended at the moment. They are at a tower now. It is up to you if you want to follow them in the tower or wait for your friends to arrive. But you know where they are.
Well, I mean, I don't think I can fit through anywhere as a warhorse at this point if I go.
I would say that is a bit tricky, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I'll take you to the tower, too.
Oh, you have a map. Okay.
I do, yes.
Wow. Blessed. Alright. I'll stand out there and I'll dismiss my wild shape, so I'm just standing outside the tower in my normal form.
Okay.
So that they can see me. And we can all meet up before going in. Unless Oz is a little too far behind, but I'm sure we'd be willing to wait like a minute or two.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. I think after probably just like 10, 15, like 12 to 18 seconds, Craig comes by with Mikhail on their back. You do see Zymina outside the tower. I just do this as well, unless you guys want to chat and wait for Oz. That is up to you as well.
I say we go in and Oz can catch up. A Rocky talkie to Oz that we went into this tower.
Yep.
So that they're not running past the tower.
I'll also use dancing lights on the outside of the tower to create 4 torch-sized lights within range and make them glow a color of like a bluish black to represent the Raven Queen for Oz on the wall to the door we're going in, so that they don't like not see it. Like they can see the tower and then know that's where we went in. Because I can concentrate up on that for about a minute, so hopefully they'll catch up in time.
Sounds good. All right. A few moments pass, Oz. From where you are, you see nice black-blue lights. Very...
No, it looks homey.
It does. It actually looks very comforting, saying that as you see your friends as well on the outside of the tower. Just waiting for you to arrive.
Oh, I think we went inside.
You were inside. That's right, you did.
Yeah.
They wanted to go in and Oz catch up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will say probably in, I would say 2 rounds, give or take, or like however long it is. That's when you will arrive. So when you first arrive, you 3, let me reveal it for you here. You arrive in this space right here. So this tower is very dilapidated. And it looks like, from what you gather, it's like a half-forgotten, like mage tower, because you see like old runes and like pieces of like paper in a language you don't really understand. All doors are unlocked, from your knowledge, until I say otherwise. The rooms have 15-foot high ceilings with 7-foot high doorways connecting them, so it's really big. The tower is brightly lit by a continual flame spell that's on the wall sconces. You enter the vestibule. Is it vestibule? Vestibule.
Yeah.
Vestibule, yeah.
Yeah. So the outer door has a tiny peephole with a closed iron shutter on the inside. Rotting tapestries adorn the walls, and mud and dirt have accumulated on the floor as well. And Craig, you're going inside too, right? Or are you watching guard?
I'm going in.
Okay, just want to make sure. No worries.
I got a bone to pick with these stupid birds.
Oh boy. Well, I'm sure Mikhail loves that.
Not including Mikhail.
No worries, I know.
Miki.
There is a door here.
I'm just thinking about something else.
Mhm.
Nah, I'm not gonna cast it. But I just look at the other two and it's like, well, should we just go in through the door, or do we really want to wait for Oz to catch up in case they're further behind than we think?
I think we should just... I don't know. Maybe we should listen at the door just to see if they're... How many? We can determine how many we're going to be up against. Or should we just... I mean, I don't really feel it's like it's not really going to be a surprise because they know we're chasing after them.
Well, you know what? Just in case, with Miki and Craig in there, I'm just going to cast Longstrider at 2nd level so I can grant both of them additional 10 movement speed for the next hour. So that if we do have to chase after this point, at least they have a little extra movement because I can no longer use my wild shape, so there's no point for me to have it. But just so you know, so it's not a concentration spell, it's just granted to them for an hour, kind of like jump. So yeah. And then she looks to Craig and goes, well, if we're just going to go in, I suggest you take point, since clearly you've been able to take a lot more hits than any of us have.
Agreed. Just go through the door and yell your anger. Yell.
Is that what you do, Craig? Are you going in first?
Yeah, I'm going to go in first, and I'm just going to be like, boo.
Sorry. Boom, you just bust in the door? Okay. So as you bust in through the door, you see two familiar figures. You see two children. You see Nat and Jinx in this ground level here. So you see some spiral stairs that curl up into the tower and also down into what appears to be a cellar. And then to the west is a fireplace blackened with soot as well. A burned heap that used to be a padded leather chair lies near the fireplace. You see Nat is holding Jenks. Jenks is crying a lot. And Jenks says, I don't want him to get hurt. This is so bad, Nat. This is so bad. And then you come in, barge, and he yells, oh, is it you, Flynn?
It is.
You see Nat is very surprised by this and is very hesitant to let him go, but he kind of wiggles out of Nat's arms and gives you a big hug, like in your thigh, and says, There was a bird, a bird that took Squidward and is upstairs. He's in big trouble. This is very scary.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just really scared. I mean, I have my Alba with me, so I know that I am strong. But I don't want him to die.
Just let's get you guys back out into the other room.
Can I just insight this, because I'm just really confused why the kids are here.
Sure. Are you in the room now?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I would have followed in right after.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That changed what he would have said.
Not what he would have said, but Nat would look at you.
Of course. I'll stay right back.
Could you roll an insight check for me, please?
That is 16 plus.
Secret plus, I don't know.
I don't know what my wisdom is. Do I know? No, I don't know what my wisdom is, so I was just gonna say 16. No, excuse me. 16, yeah.
I'll give you a gift. Your insight is a +2.
18!
So wise.
So, you look at Jenks. He's broken down. He's sad. He's panicked. He's trying, from what you're seeing, he's trying to keep composure and trying to be strong. But deep down inside, he's just scared. So you don't think he's lying at all.
Okay. And also, I guess my insight, I mean, I didn't specify this, and I don't even know if this is possible.
Sure.
But it was just really weird. Like, all of a sudden it's birds, like the Kenku birds, and all of a sudden now it's the kids that we know. So I was just like, my insight was also just to make sure that they weren't like shape-shifting or something. I don't know if that's part of it or not.
You mean like if they're disguising themselves as children? Or what do you... Okay.
Yes.
Well, I will say this. As a Kenku, you know that they initially can't disguise themselves, they can mimic.
Right. Okay.
However, you can... I'll let you roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
If you're thinking... Or even, like an investigation check.
Okay.
To see...
Either is fine.
Yeah, it's a +6 either way. So we can roll a check and you can see if...
It is?
Yeah, it is, yeah. You got your proficient in both. I'll give that to you.
Oh!
We're nearing level 5, so I'm giving this...
I am proficient in both, so it should be a 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I have it marked as proficient, but I didn't update... Oh, wow. Hold on.
Okay. No worries. Zaymeen, are you doing anything in the moment?
Observing at this point,
Sure.
but I do step into the room, listen to the conversation, and
Sure.
as Miki is doing whatever Michael is doing,
Stop it.
Michael Myers,
Stop it.
Mikil Myers, yeah, that makes sense. I just want to respond to the children and say, I'm guessing a Kenku took Squidly up there and he was carrying an item in his hand. Claw. She looks at Miki for confirmation. Is it claw? And
I don't know. What is it, Dan?
Yeah, they have... It looks like talons, kind of, but like they're claws.
Okay.
They're like... Yeah, you know what I mean. Once you get your picture, you'll see it.
I got a 19, by the way.
Okay.
Natural 19.
Sure. You don't suspect anything magical or illusionary with any of them. With Nat or Jenks.
Just making sure, because I
Yeah.
was really suspicious.
Yeah. So as you like are looking at them, Nat gets out her sword and is like ready to attack you if need be. She's pissed and seeing you again.
Oh, put it away.
Jenks looks to you, Zaymina, because you were asking about that, right? About what happened, and Jenks says, like he rubs his eyes with his like sleeve and says, I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was holding anything, but he had a sword and dragged Squidwy upstairs, grabbed him by the head. That doesn't look good, and I was scared to go. We just wanted a place to stay, and they came in.
We'll get Squiggly back in one piece.
yeah, it just seems like nowhere. It just doesn't seem like anywhere in Waterdeep as she makes contact with Miki. Like, don't make it worse. And that's the look she gives. Nowhere in Waterdeep is safe anymore. But who would have thought it would have came here? We're sorry. Oz is going to be coming behind us hopefully shortly. If you wait outside, you can at least see danger coming and maybe hide until we can get Squidly out of here.
Oz, you arrive now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So in use
Instantly in front of me.
instantly,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
You kind of
Okay.
like catch your breath as
Okay. I'm here. What's happening?
Nat and Jenks look at you confusingly.
Squidly's
What are
been
you
captured
doing
by
here?
the Kenku with the stone.
What?
This is where they live. And then I start making my way like up the stairs carefully, listening
Oh, yeah.
for the signs of a struggle.
He's going upstairs too.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else going upstairs?
Mikael, sorry.
I am.
I was just gonna talk to the kids and then we'll follow up.
Okay. What would you like to say to the children?
They just want to approach slowly because they're aware that they look differently.
Sure.
And like slowly like put their hand out and like place it resting on top of Jenks' head and say, you guys should go out front. We'll get Squidly. And we'll
As you're
bring it back
reaching,
to you.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
As you reach out your hand to Jenks, Nat goes in front of Jenks and holds out her sword. And that was like blocking you, and she goes. Jenks says, "Yeah, who are you?"
I know that I look different, but I'm the person you met at the fair and took you back to the tavern with Krieg.
Nat looks at Jenks, lowers her sword a little bit. Jenks says, "Oh yeah, the voice sounds very familiar. You were one of the nice ones." Kimarie, stop.
From the stairs, just
Nat nods. Jenks is just says, "Yeah, please help."
Alright, go out front and keep an eye out. Don't engage anybody that you don't know.
Nat signals to Jenks, and Jenks says, "We're gonna stay here. We don't want to leave anyone behind. Where all three of us are together." Mm-hmm.
Try and figure out a way to block the door then.
Well,
So
that's
that
a
no
very
one
good idea.
Follow us up.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
let's block the door, Nat. Let's block the door. Nat just says, nods, and finds like some trash near the fireplace and starting to block passageway. Are you going upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. So all of you are upstairs right now. This is the second floor. Okay. So feel free to place yourselves here at the stairs. And that being said, when you guys get up there, okay, so you do see Squidly getting that is grappled and restrained by the Kenku and has a short sword against his neck. And the Kenku is staring at you guys and is holding him hostage. And the Kenku is screaming like a child screaming for his life, warning you. And that is where we're going to take our intermission.
Oh, did you want to actually take it? I'm sorry, I didn't know if we were actually still doing
Yeah,
that.
we'll do 3 hours again. We'll do like a 5 to 10 minute break, and we will join and see how this plays out.
Oh boy.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ruh-roh!
Okay.
Be right back, guys.
2 seconds.
Enjoy.
More than that. It'll be more than that. Okay.
It do be like that.
It do be
And
do.
we're back. Boop. Boop, we're back. Hi. Okay.
Ooh.
Boop.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So, where we left off, Squidly is being held captive by the Kenku with a short sword against his neck. You guys see this as you walk up the stairs. The Kenku is mimicking a child's scream, implying that he will hurt Squidly if you guys do anything funny. What do you guys do?
You might get out of here alive right now, but if you hurt that child, there's no way you're getting out of here alive.
You see, when either you're intimidating, persuading, he's not budging at all. He's smiling menacingly.
Eyes of the Reaper.
Okay.
Sorry, Squidly.
Yeah. No. Hey, it has to happen. Yeah. Do you get? Oh, yeah. That's right. It affects all those people. Oh no, you choose that though, right?
Target wisdom against spell save DC.
Yeah, you choose creatures,
think
so you don't
so,
have to.
yeah.
So you don't have to affect Squidly. You can just affect
Oh,
the Kenku.
perfect.
Well, I'm seeing that Oz is being very quick to react in this entire situation. I'm like, oh, okay, well, forget it, I guess. And then, because I'm like, knowing that what they're going to do at this point and that it's going to make people afraid, it's going to probably make them do worse decisions, I'm just going to cast Heat Metal on the short sword that the Kenku has.
Sure.
So if you want me to read that to you, I will while you roll the save for Eyes of the Reaper.
Go for it.
So I choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavier metal armor that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot, or in this case, crimson red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d4 fire. Well, that's not. I think it specifically means holding it, not like stabbing someone with it, because that'd be really weird.
You just wanted to drop the sword, basically, right?
Well, yeah, but yeah. So any creatures in physical contact takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, they must make a con save or drop the object if it can.
Oh, okay.
If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn. It's a lot.
It is. No, that's okay. It got a 15 to save.
Dang it.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay.
So, he was like looking at you and like he's focused. He's really he's in a bad spot and he's like looking everywhere he can. And then with the heat metal, he has to make a save. I'm sorry.
Constitution save.
Constitution save.
And
okay.
I believe my spell save is 14.
I think so. Let me see here.
That's not what I wanted to do this game.
Yep, it is.
Stupid insight. Nobody likes you.
He saved.
Alright, so he still takes 2d8 fire damage. He's just continuing to hold on to it.
Is it halved as well?
No, it just says it takes 2d8 fire damage when I cast the spell. And then I can reactivate this as a bonus action on each of my turns. So it's just a save every turn.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Yeah, so it's every time it's damaged by the spell, it has to make the save. And if it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Gotcha.
So that is an effect until it drops the weapon. Because it's going to take 2d8 damage regardless, which I'll roll right now. I put it in the chat if you need to.
No worries. No, go for it. That's fine. No, yeah, I just haven't had it in a while.
I know. When did we ever use it?
It's smart. Yeah.
Oh, I rolled 2 6s, so that's 12 fire damage.
Oh my gosh, he is. I will say he's down to 1 health.
Oh my god,
he's like
he's almost maxed.
Yeah, that caught him by surprise, and yeah, he is holding on. He's not afraid of Oz at the moment, but just the distraction of that with the heat, and also Squidly feels the heat as well as it's like pressed against him as well. Squidly kicks the Kenku's shin in the meantime and distracts him, and the Kenku like drops his weapon with even though he like lost
Yeah,
like he's really bad. And Squidly runs away and says, "Oh, thank you. Oh, guys, we need to get out." And he runs downstairs. I will say, yeah. Can everyone roll initiative for me, please?
Sure.
I know.
Well,
Can I
not
just
doing great with
move
these
in
rolls today.
and grab him by the neck?
Sure.
On your turn.
Or
No, there's a reason I'm doing initiative,
Okay.
but I'm doing a twist. I will say you do grab his neck.
Oh, okay. There you go, Craig. Put yourself right on him.
You got him. He has one. His life is in your hands right now. He has 1 hit point. Do you do anything?
Well, first things first. I'm pretty much just gonna tell him I'm gonna make him pay for taking a child hostage. Number one. Number two, I want to know where the stone is.
Sure. This is really interesting. I wanted to get into combat, but you trigger a memory, Craig. You flash back to what appears to be like a holding cell of some kind. There's an open space. The two similar voices that you heard, the two-headed creature and the tall gentleman with a very airy voice, are what appears to be showing you parchment or books as you are tied up into a chair at the moment, showing you all these graphic images of children getting abused, criminals killing families, people poisoning foods, the rich taking advantage of the poor. All of these things, loan sharks as well, all of these things that throughout this story you've had this innate reaction to, of the hatred of these type of people, that's been almost programmed in you a certain way to feel this anger, the sense of unfairness, sense of inequality, the sense of helplessness for some people that can't defend themselves. The tall gentleman, as you're looking through these pictures, you feel the rage. He goes, "Life is unfair, isn't it? We need the strong to balance things out. You're going to do such a great job for the Lord."
Oh.
You're going to protect his quadrant very well. There will be wars that will happen. But I know you'll be our sentinel and champion. You just have to let that rage out. And you see also around you flesh golems walking past as well, going into like holding cells. They're being escorted. And you look down at your arms and you see stitches, different parts of different skin tones, colors. From what you gather, you've been constructed from many different pieces. And you hear him say, "You were built for this. You were created for this. You were baptized in his fire. And you will make him and our Lord of this land proud." That's where the memory ends.
Okay.
And you have the Kenku's neck in your hands. You ask him about the stone. He has the stone in his left hand. It is light blue in color, pretty small. It's right there for the taking.
I take the stone from his hand
Mhm.
and with can I pretty much just snap his neck in one move?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna like snap his neck with like the flick of a finger.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
I'm just gonna drop his body to the ground.
As you do that, and again, it was so easy. It's become very natural to you now. Just someone going against you, going against what you stand for. He deserved that. And you just see his lifeless corpse right at your feet. Look down at him, how disgusting he is for what he did. He deserved that. You have the stone in your hand. As it happens, you see peek through what appears to be arrow slits 3 gazers.
Jesus!
And that's where we're going to do the initiative.
He's like, and that's what we're going to roll out of today's episode. Nope.
No.
I was like, we still got almost an hour and a half. You are not.
So, for anyone that did not roll initiative yet, please do. But I think we're going to keep. Yep, we're going to keep what we had.
Shuckles.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm
You've dealt with these before.
I don't want to anymore.
I know they're pesky. They're pesky boys. And again, for anyone that needs, oh, they don't have. Do they have the character sheets? No, they don't. Let's see them. Well, you guys know what they look like. Zoom in a little bit here.
Yep, still gross.
Yeah.
Still gross. What do you mean? A little X for an eye is so cute.
Right. Yeah, everyone's in. All right. Top of the round, we have the middle gazer. Kenku's dead. Let's say, Craig, you were right next to him, so I'll put you here. That's okay. So this gazer is going to try. It's going to try to attack Craig.
Not a 23. I just noticed that. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Got a natural 20. I need you to make a dex saving throw for me, please, Craig, as this ray of what appears to be like this icy beam is popping out of his eye.
17, including my modifier.
Okay, 17. He tries to hit you with a frost ray, but you instantly dodge out of the way. Very good job. That's the end of that one's turn. Other gazer is to the right. He's going to try to attack Xymena.
Here, with what?
The ray is kind of like a dark purple energy. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh. I don't know what my wisdom is. Actually, I don't know. +4 maybe? We'll find out.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Natural 19. Come on, D&D Beyond.
Nice. So he was trying to use a fear ray on you and try to make you scared, but you're just so over it at this point. You're more annoyed than feared.
Accurate.
At this point. So it doesn't do anything with that either. First up is Craig.
I'm gonna attack the gazer right in front of me.
Okay, roll the hit, please.
Oh, I roll 2 of these now, don't I? Or no, that's damage die.
I think that's damage die, yeah, because of the birth thing. But yeah, you just have to roll a hit, but you may hit. You don't have the highest AC.
23 to hit.
I love it when you do that. Yep, that definitely hits. Roll damage, please.
Dan acting surprised he's capable of rolling 23s.
I just love it. He's a war machine. That's kind of what he got.
Crafted in hail.
Mm-hmm.
25 damage.
25 damage. Yeah, you hit it, and it instantly splatters mid-air.
Nice.
As all of its guts just explode like a firework in the sky. Instantly dead. And you have another attack, right? Do you? Oh no, that's only if you bonus frenzy. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's right. Anything else you want to do on your turn? You still have your bonus action and movement.
I will move over to the one on the left.
Okay.
And like take its attention, I guess.
Okay, sure. Like get in front of it, basically. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Next up is Oz.
Yeah. I'm gonna move like up around here and cast Chill Touch
Cool.
on both of them
Both of them. Great. Yeah.
as I can.
Which one are you hitting first?
We'll do the one on the left first.
Okay. Sounds good. Roll the hit, please.
10.
10 total, including your
10
bonus.
total. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, you get the chill touch out, but it miss as it kind of hovers above your shot. So you get to choose.
Oh my god.
So now you can hit the right one. We'll see what happens.
I can't because that one's a 7 total.
Oh no.
Yeah,
They're small and they can move around a little bit and they're just tricky.
yeah.
Fortunately. Nice try though. Anything else that you want to do on your turn?
No, not yet because I've already used a few.
Wait, do you have your
I checked it. It would have disappeared because it only lasts for a minute.
No, okay.
So.
By that. No worries. Thank you. Okay, next up is Mikil.
I'm gonna first bonus action arcane weapon, and I'm gonna do fire damage on my crossbow.
Nice. I love that spell for you. That's so
I
good.
do too. It's great, and I love it.
You have like a little potion that just popped out, just like a little vial, and just coat it as you just see it like flame and just be on fire. Yeah.
It's on fire. I'll shoot the one on the right.
Okay. Roll the hit. See what happens.
That's a natural 19.
Hey.
Yeah.
Does that
Definitely.
hit then? Oh, okay.
That does, yeah.
Roll
your damage.
So, okay. So 7 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 fire damage.
Okay. So 8 total to the one on the right?
Yes.
Perfect. Looking really rough. You do get a good chunk of it, and it looks like it's just screaming in pain as it's just trying to stay alive in the air.
Nice.
Good. All right. Next up is Amina.
All right, I'm going to need that gazer on the right to make a Constitution save against my reaction. Now that it's within 10 feet of my little spores.
Sounds good. Yep. Rolled a natural 17 plus 2, 19.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It was only a 14. It
I thought so, yeah.
Does it 2 half? Let me look.
I don't know. Does. Let me know.
You know what it doesn't actually say? It just says.
I think, yeah. If it doesn't
I'm assuming
say
it's an all or nothing, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yeah. It is looking really rough, though, so.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll just move up and attempt to attack it with. What do I have a better to hit? I'll try with my rapier. It's been a hot minute since I've used my rapier, so I'll pull it out and try to stab it right in its ugly little eyeball.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But roll the hit.
Ooh, okay, so 10 plus 5 maybe, so 15?
That definitely hits. Roll your damage.
Hey. Alright, come on, D8. That drow proficiency. Alright, roll a 3 plus my dex. 6. 6 piercing damage.
So, yeah, you kind of maintain your distance because you don't want to get anything on you, but you get it right in the eye and kill it, slaughter it, and just push it away as it's still kind of on fire, too, from the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So it is dead. You have 1 left. Unless, do you want anything to do on your bonus action or movement, Zamina?
I mean, as the gazer is like on its breath, like last breath, as I pull the rapier out, I just want to like quickly say, because I'm assuming Xanathar is obviously watching through them. Sucks to lose so bad, doesn't it? And then move away. I'm so tired of these dumb things, and I'm tired of him.
Sounds good. All right. Next up is the gazer in front of Craig. Since Craig is pretty much in the way, and the gazer doesn't know anybody, he's gonna try to attack you, Craig. We'll see what's gonna happen. Oh, this will be funny. Could you roll a strength saving throw for me, please?
Oh,
This ain't gonna happen, but let me know what you get. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you.
22.
Oh yeah, you're fine. He was trying to lift you up with telekinesis, but it probably like lifted up a little bits of your fur as it goes up, but then nothing happened, and the gazer looks frustrated and like kind of yells at you, and like spit comes out of its mouth. Looks angry. And it is your turn, Craig.
I am going to swing my hammer again at this other gazer.
Sounds good. All right.
That's 18.
That hits. Yep. Roll your damage.
Damage.
18. How do you want to roll with this kill?
I'm just gonna squish it up against the wall with a hammer.
Yeah. Just like swatting a fly on a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's minimal effort. You just smash it, and then actually, like, it splatters, it's green, and then one of the eye stalks kind of twitch a little bit as it's, like, pinned against the wall, and then goes limp. You finish it off. The stone is in your hands, Craig. So, yeah. I will let you know. Nothing seems normal to you right now, but you do know, all four of you know, sometimes with some items they require attunement. So either like a short rest or a minimum of short rest is kind of what is needed to really focus and attune the item. If need be. And you guys can decide how you want to handle that, but right now you do, from what you know, the children should be down there. However, Zymina.
no.
Zymina.
Yeah. Okay.
Zymina. Could you please roll a d4 for me?
4. Oh my god, I'm getting teleported. Goodbye, y'all. One.
Okay. You notice near the west part here, you see, looks like a wand of something that seems a bit like charred.
Well, that's awfully suspicious. And she'll just kind of walk over there and point it out and just ask, like, do you guys think this looks weird to you?
No, pick it up.
I'll provide more context about the room that you're in as well. So
Okay.
just letting you know. So it looks like it was formerly a wizard's laboratory. You see a soot-stained fireplace that has lidless iron cauldron hanging on an iron hook in its hearth, and a wizard's portrait on the wall above the mantelpiece. You also see that the floor is littered with shards of broken glass, burned scraps of paper, twisted pieces of metal, and bird droppings. Other furnishings include a rocking chair, table, and the charred remains of a bookshelf, all shrouded in thick cobwebs, and the arrow slits along the walls as well.
Miki goes and sits in the rocking chair, and it's like, I want to say if it's working and working.
It's dusty. It's old. There's cobwebs all around.
Yeah,
you don't care. Rocking is fun.
I love it. This is a man. How far away are we from home? Because I could use this in my room.
Oh, there's a wagon outside.
You have a hole.
Oh, I have a hole.
Yeah.
You have a hole. Could you describe once more what you had that I had seen, Dan? You said it was a staff.
It looked like a wand. It looked like a magic wand of something that's charred. That's what you
charred.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look anything resembling the wand of fireballs that we had found, both the crooked and regular one. Did it?
Did we find a wand of fireballs?
There's the necklace.
Oh, necklace. I'm sorry, the necklace. And we have the crooked wand of fireballs. Excuse me.
You can do an Arcana check if you want to take a closer look at it.
Yeah, at this point, we've had decently good luck. I don't know that I want to risk it by touching it, but you know what? Sometimes we need to take risk, but I'll make an Arcana check first. Well, I rolled a 19. Plus whatever my intelligence is, I don't know that one.
Okay. Sure. So, could you also make an investigation check for me, please?
So many rolls.
Mm-hmm. Because first I want to know what it is, and then also, secondly, if you can detect something.
All right. Well, that one's only a 10.
Okay, that's all you needed. That's okay. So, let you know this is a wand of magic missiles.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, and then I will put this also in the chat as well, so people can take a look. So this wand of magic missiles, basically it just allows you to cast. Yeah, so it has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more charges to cast magic missile spell from it. You cast the first level. For 1 charge, you cast the first level. You can increase it, etc., per charge. The wand gains 1d6 plus 1 charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and destroyed. With your investigation check, you notice that this is somewhat of a defective wand of magic missiles. Meaning that each time a charge is expended, there's a 50% chance that nothing happens.
I mean,
how about them odds?
That's better than it blowing up. I think we were worried about the wand of fireballs being something that would blow up. So, I mean, I'll pick it up and take it and just kind of wave it around, showing everyone. Well, at least we got the main magic item we were looking for in the Stone of Galore, but we seem to be finding all the defective other magic items along the way.
Again, it's each time a charge is expended. So if you're doing, it's 2 charges, there's a 50% on the first chance, 50% chance on the second chance, and it may not work if any of those work. So the higher level you go, the more of a chance it doesn't work. Which is problematic.
It seems weird because it's normally you just spend the 2 charges and it casts the spell in general, so I would just count it as a failure anyway. But I see it has to make multiple checks to even work.
Yeah.
But still, better than blowing up.
Just letting you know. Yeah.
Yeah. And she'll just casually say, perhaps we can sell it to our Dragonborn friend and get a little money for it, since probably won't be too useful for us, but... And then she'll kind of look at Krieg and just look around at everyone else. It is actually the stone, isn't it? It's been a long time coming, and Xanathar knows we have it now. What exactly are we even going to do with it at this point? We can't go anywhere without him knowing where we are. Or how tired we are.
Yeah.
That was a really long run, alright?
You did it in heavy armor, so kudos. Or medium, either way.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dennis.
It's... I'm not sure what we should do.
Well, did you have something else? Okay. Well, we could go see the castle lanterns. I doubt Xanathar would try to attack us at Noble's house.
I don't know about that. I think Xanathar would do anything he wanted because he's not showing up himself, so why would it matter
That's
who
true.
shows up?
Maybe we should just kill his goldfish and then he can just die of depression.
That would be an easy way out, but I guess we should go check on the children to see if there's any more Kenku waiting for us.
This is what the stone looks like, guys.
Oh.
Not like a harmonica looking thing.
Nope, nope. It
Eyes.
just looks like eyes. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Fun.
Can I see the stone, Craig?
Sure.
It's like you don't trust me to look at the stone?
It just looks
No.
weird.
Yeah, Craig, you really don't want to let go of the stone too much, but you'll do it this time.
Oh.
Ruh-roh.
It looks it looks really cool.
Okay.
Like, oh, I got it. Like, nice.
How do we want to transport this? Like, should we put it in the hole? Or...
Put in the hole!
I'm not quite sure as to whether this thing's gonna, I don't know, start affecting any of us. Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
Can I help Oz out with that?
Sure. How are you helping? Just taking a look in.
Well, I don't have
Yeah.
guidance, but if I did, I would
I
cast it
have
on you.
guidance.
No, just like giving my Arcana expertise as well.
Wow.
Like either helping Cal out or giving them advantage or...
Sure. I would say with your arcane knowledge, Miki, since you're really proficient in it, you can definitely help with this and provide your 2 cents. So
Okay.
I'll give you advantage on that with
Okay.
your guidance.
Advantage!
Woohoo! That's a 10.
I take it
Plus
back.
It's
No,
I mean
it was
it's
worse
something-
before.
it's something you haven't really seen before. You would think from your knowledge you would have to attune to it or spend time with it to really know what it does.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
And from what you know with rumors, it leads to some sort of
gold.
possible treasure in
Yeah.
the city.
Okay.
You know, while Oz is looking it over, Ximena goes, as much as I want to support my own and our individual factions, I don't know that it's a good idea to give this to any of them either until we know what they're going to do with it. But,
yeah.
I mean, since it's supposed to open up a hidden cache of dragons from Rainier's father, perhaps we should try to contact Rainier and see if he has any ideas on what we should do with it. It's like, where else are we going to store it? In the hole all day? Inside our tavern where they know where we live?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point.
As you guys are talking, you see Nat, Jenks, and Squidly kind of head upstairs. See you guys. Where did Squidly go, actually?
I was wondering that.
Oh, what happened to him? Wow, that was unexpected. Okay, well, all 3 of them are up there.
Okay.
As I look for his token. Squidly comes up and says, "Oh, are they dead? Are they gone?"
Yep. They're
They are
gone.
indeed.
Wow, thank you so much. That was quite scary, but I know I could handle myself because I'm strong. So, that was crazy.
You did very well. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, they told me that you're like that same person, just different looking now. Oh, and hi, you looks at you, Mikhail.
Hey,
Hello. It's
How
crazy
are
that-
you?
It's great. It's crazy that we're running into each other, isn't it?
Yeah, looks like that glass really did a number on you.
I'm a little injured, but nothing that a
Mhm.
little grass won't heal.
Great.
Great.
I think the temperature just dropped like 5 degrees in here. Should we get going?
Jenks kind of goes up to you and says, You're leaving so soon?
Do
Nat,
you
Nat,
want us to stay?
Nat, Nat holds on to Jenks's hands and just shakes her head. Okay. Nat gestures you to go. Excuse me, and then gives a really evil side eye at Mikhail. Again. Kind of indicating the fact that anywhere Mikhail is, they don't want to be anywhere near him. But Jenks obviously looks, from your passive, I would say, insight, looks pretty lonely, looks sad. He's an emotional kid. And just seeing you guys again, and then now you're going to be gone so soon, he's just a little sad. Squidly's okay, Nat's okay, but Jenks is having a hard time.
Yeah. Zamina just kind of makes a motion to go towards the stairs and just kind of offhandedly says, well, now that the Xanathar Guild has been here, perhaps not the best place to lay low for the moment. And she'll descend, going down to the first floor. Coldly, just more like, we got things to do. And she's like being helpful, but not like over-endearing as she would be.
Sure. Totally get it. What are the rest of the three of you doing? Are you going to follow suit?
Yeah, I'll go downstairs.
Okay.
So Zymina just told the kids it's probably not a good place for them to stay.
This is Xanathar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. You're going downstairs too?
Yes.
Okay. As you see the three kids, they're all holding hands looking at you right now.
I was gonna pull out 5 dragon and give it to them.
5 dragon each, or 5 dragon just split?
Just total, yeah.
Okay.
And tell them it really isn't probably safe to be here anymore since that Kenku barged in. If you need anything, you can go to the Harpers and ask for Renee, and tell them that Oz sent you. Or if that doesn't pan out, you can always go to the Raven Queen's shrine, and again, tell them that I sent you.
We're going to do a coin flip.
Oh god.
Yes! Cookie!
Where are they going to go? To safety or to get sacrificed in the blood pool?
No, you choose either. So one side's going to be they're going to go to the Harpers. Other side's going to be the Raven Queen faction.
Okay.
Which side do you want for which?
Choose
Do
wisely.
heads for the shrine and tails for the Harpers.
Okay. Okay.
You're not gonna tell us, are you?
Not yet.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Not yet. Take it
Yeah,
later.
no.
Alright.
It'll be revealed later on.
Okay.
But they nod and understand. Nat reaches her hand out to you, wanting to shake your hand.
Oz will reciprocate, yeah.
And says thank you. Language. They make their way out as well. So
Cool.
as you guys make your way, out of the tower. Who has the stone?
I think
Is that you?
Oz
Technically,
still
Oz
has
does.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, since you never gave it back. Yep. You sure do.
It does feel nice. So this is a nice stone. It is interesting. Pretty cool. Seems like there's a lot to explore with it. It's interesting. So as you guys leave the old tower, start making your way out, and you notice an alley here as well. Let me get to the map. Boop. There we go.
Oh dear. I wonder. Yeah.
So I will explain what you guys see as well. So in this alley, and it makes me go back and forth with these pages. All right. So you see here, this old one-story windowless stone house with a slate roof is tucked in the middle of this alley, surrounded by taller buildings. Its doors are made of sturdy wood, and the outer door is pretty frail as well. Yeah, so that's what you see with that. And actually, let me take a look here. Yeah, because that's actually blocked off. I'm just going to give you this. I'll reveal this perk to you. And then, as well, in this alley, you do see what appears to be a store right here. Could someone, Craig, can you roll d20 for me, please?
I rolled a 13.
13. It is a locks and keys store. It's a locksmith store that you see here as well. And Zanina, as you are walking with the group, you hold a few of them back. You notice with your passive perception bear traps here and here, lying in what appears to be like puddles from old rain in this alley.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. And what you see here, just for context, you see what appears to be 8 children in like troll masks, kind of like in the alley here.
Aww.
You wonder if they are like coming from a festival or something like that.
Hey, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still in the trades ward?
Yeah, because you went to the wig shop.
The wig
Excuse me.
shop, which
The
was
wig
in
shop.
the trades ward.
From my knowledge, I think, yeah. And then
Just making sure we didn't like.
no, you're still in the same ward. Yep, same ward still. And then you had the chase that went to the windmill. I mean the tower, and then now you're on the alley behind the tower. There's a lot of buildings. So
Just to confirm, this is just like the only like alley. This is the only way we are going, or is this just the way we happen to be going?
This is pretty much. Yeah, it's a back alley. There's actually the buildings kind of blocking off. It kind of like leads you to this. It's sectioned off. It seems like it's very linear and forced. I will let you know, but this is pretty much, unless you want to like climb over a house to leave or something like that. It looks like this was planned out in a certain way, as if something were to happen.
Well, and as she's holding the group back, she points out the bear traps and shaking her head and just going, well, this doesn't feel right. It seems everywhere we go, something is going to impede us, so now I'm suspicious of those children. And at this point, I just want to get home, so I will kill them. So, please be careful, everyone.
Dan, are the traps live? Or, like, have they been set? Or are they, like, in a state where they're, like,
closed?
They've been triggered?
Sure. As Zaymina points one of the traps out to you, do look to take a closer look at it. It looks like they are live. So any type of movement or pressure put onto them, it will close.
Hey Dan, does this alley have a name? Or is this just a random alley?
You know,
Can I do a perception?
It doesn't give me a name.
Okay.
So it's just an alley.
Are you sure?
I am. Yes.
Right. Just me
Alright.
around.
I
From
have-
this distance.
From what you see, there's no special name for the alley that you see.
Alright.
What do you see, Miki?
Nothing important, apparently. I just have this whole section on infamous alleys for nothing.
Oh no, that's unfortunate and such a thing to think of right now. Perfect, out of game, in game.
No, I'm like, because it was in like the manual that Dan gave us. Like,
Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah. The book
like,
just tells me
waiting for
alley.
him. I'm waiting for
Okay.
him to take us to one of these places. I'm just like, I'm on it, like Donkey Kong. But anyway,
so,
What's your favorite
Yeah.
alley, Kimarie?
I don't want to tell you. I'm
Okay,
not
good.
telling you what my favorite alley is because they're mostly dangerous.
Okay. This alley is called Alley McBeal.
Okay, great, perfect.
So we're gonna go.
Right.
So this you're down Alley McBeal. You're walking down right now. As I mean, yes.
put my face in the bear trap and just lay there thinking about life choices. So,
Okay.
are these children moving towards us, or supposedly children in goblin masks moving towards us? Or are they just hanging out doing nothing? Like,
From what you see, they're hanging out doing nothing at the moment.
Hmm.
They're all just kind of like grouping up together, talking, chatting.
I have a thought. Clearly these traps are set here for some reason or another. If it's meant for us, we could trigger them on purpose and wait for whoever set them. Or we can just go around them.
Sure, we still have to go past the supposed children, so don't have anything to see shapeshifters. No offense, Oz, doppelgangers, but we just have to continue going at this point and just keep an eye out in case we're being followed by anything else. Or, God forbid this factory explodes. Who knows at this point? She's just saying sarcastically as she just really wants to just be home at this point.
Okay. So as you guys
Moving forward, yeah.
Yep, just
Yeah, I
moving
just
forward.
want to go. I want to go forward because I just want to go.
Sure.
I'm like Zaymina. I just want to go home.
Okay. You guys keep walking.
Oz wants to cast once they get close enough. About there-ish.
Okay.
Thaumaturgy. And create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice within range, such as the cry of a raven. And I want to do it right in the middle of that group of kids to try to freak them out, so maybe they'll just run off. And if they don't, then they're a little bit more to be concerned with,
Sure. As you cast a spell, huge echoing raven goes right in the middle of them. They scatter. They're looking around, like looking to see who, like everywhere. Then they see you four, and then they all stop and then tilt their heads at you. Also, after you cast that spell, you see just in your periphery, looking to your left, very slowly, you see a bugbear and an intellect devourer.
I knew it.
And the children in masks take their masks off, and they are kobolds.
I knew it. I knew they were.
I need everyone to roll initiative again, please.
Oh god.
I mean, actually,
I wanted to go home, Dan.
I know you did. This is the combat part. I'm telling you.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I just want to go home.
I know.
I know.
I know.
I get good initiative this time. Oop. Add 33. Oops. Okay, it's not the worst, I guess. Dude, Dennis, do you ever roll under a 15 for initiative? My God, you are so consistent. I'm jealous.
I don't know, maybe it's just the way I'm rolling the die. I mean, I've had some bad rolls today.
I don't want to hear it.
That is true. Your rolls don't compare to Cal's, unfortunately.
That is fair.
My sage.
Zymina, you do notice when you got here, there is another trap there.
Perfect.
That's what. Mm-hmm. The passive perception, I tell you, when I was creating Zymina, I'm like, we need to have something like that. It'd be very useful.
God, I can only imagine having one of us step in one of those and then we're like ambushed.
Yep. That would have been bad.
How much time has passed since we fought the gazers, would you say?
About maybe like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, really.
I still have
So you
my
still have your
arcane
movement.
weapon. I still have my arcane.
Oh, nice. And you and Craig still have an extra 10
We
movement
still have
for the
our
next 30 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Yep,
you.
you're welcome.
Open character sheet. And then this is what the kobolds look like, because I don't think anyone has seen these yet in the stream.
I'm just thinking of Kip.
Yeah, right?
I'm gonna kill your family, Kip. I'm gonna love it.
No. Oh boy.
No!
But Alan's not watching.
Oh!
This is why he went to Barovia.
Okay. And thank you. I just have to bring up a lot of stuff here, guys. So please bear with me.
Or you don't have to pull it up at all, you know?
Oh, I know. But I have to. In my brain. Alright, there you go.
Okay.
Speak your brain's intellect devour. Okay. Now it's time to roll.
Great.
Great.
You're not take candle.
Exactly. Okay. Bugbear got 16. Intellect devour got that. So. Intellect devour got that. Okay. And then we got kobolds.
Oh.
Oz, perhaps you should give me the stone back for safekeeping.
I don't know if you want to give up that stone, Oz. I mean, you're the one who knows a lot about religion, right? And maybe you're the one who can best hold on to it. That's what you're thinking, probably, a little bit. But Craig's your friend, so maybe.
That's what you're worrying about right now?
Clearly this situation was set up for our downfall.
Right, but they didn't know who had the stone until you started talking about it, and who knows if they're hearing us right now.
Alright, I'm taking the coat off now.
It's getting World War.
Yeah,
It is.
take it off.
Well, I can't. Well, I guess I could. That's not against Twitch regulations, but whatever.
Craig, I'm looking to see what your dex bonus is. Could you roll a d20 for me, please? Let me know what you got.
16.
Okay, perfect. So you're going before the other bugbear. Okay. Cool. All right. So, for top of the round, Mikhail.
Yep. I rolled a nat 20. Super helpful for initiative. I love going first.
Yes.
I still have arcane weapon on my
You do?
crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
So I will shoot it at the bugbear, and it's still doing fire damage.
Perfect. All right. Roll the hit, please.
Uh, 22.
That hits.
Yay!
Roll damage, please. Yeah, you don't like bugbears a lot in Xanathar's guild, especially what they did to Lith.
So 9 piercing and full fire 6. So
15 total?
15 total.
That's a great hit.
Thank you!
Yeah.
Woohoo! Arcane weapon!
Yeah, that actually looks a little rough after that one. You actually kind of get him in his first singed. Was not expecting that at all.
Yeah!
Did not see you.
From a little birdie.
From your little birdie, and you kind of had to do a take and like, wait, isn't he with us? Yeah. So, you still have your moment of bonus action. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to do anything else.
That's fine. You don't have to. Okay. Okay, next up, we have a couple kobolds. So let's see here. So kobold. So they are going to use a sling and pick up some pebbles and try to hit Anna's. Both of them are. The first one, that's a 13 to hit, which doesn't hit you. The other one is a 15, which I don't think hits you as well.
Nope.
Nope, not at all. So they are standing where they are at the moment. It is Crick's turn. I'm sorry to interrupt. Zymina, you noticed that there, with your passive perception too, there's another trap here.
All right. Traps everywhere, everyone. We love this.
So just be careful, where you step.
I'm gonna move around Miki and go for the bugbear.
Okay, sure.
I'm also gonna frenzy rage.
Awesome. Great. All right, sounds good. So your frenzy rage as just the heat overtakes you and you turn that fiery orange red color in your fur and your eyes are just red with anger.
And
Did you see another bugbear? Mm-hmm.
And I do have an attack left, right? I believe.
Yep, that was your bonus action to frenzy rage. Yep. So you still have your action.
I'm gonna swing with the hammer.
Yep.
16 to hit.
All right. Let me see here. Sorry, I was just looking here. Tyler says you're a bit low on your volume, so I don't know if it was on his end or yours. 16 also hits though. So please roll to. Yeah, the robot's hot too, Justin.
That did
if you please. 16,
Sorry.
yeah, 16
Okay.
just hits. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Plus 8. 24 damage.
24 damage. You kill him.
Nice.
Hey.
With all of these.
You won.
With all of these enemies.
Anemones.
Anemones.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I'm looking back at the TikTok clip with the other word that we were struggling to say that I'm not going to say. An anemone.
Fine.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you kill him. It's hard for me to say too. It's okay. Yeah, you kill him. You knock him out. You actually hit him against the wall, and he like spazzes for a second as you just see like his jaw just broken, hanging, and dead, right there.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Anonymity.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in
Alright.
pieces.
Right. Next up is a kobold. Kobold is gonna try to attack Zymina with the sling. Misses with a natural 2.
Oh.
Zymina, your turn.
Would I know the distance on those slings based on the times they've attacked both me and Oz? Like before, like they're gonna struggle to hit us with them. I mean,
Sure. See here. You know, it's 30 to 120 feet with a sling.
whoa! I didn't realize it was that far. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
With
Slings.
these. Yep.
Well, either way, I'm just gonna say if you want it so bad, you're gonna have to come and chase us, and I'll cast Spike Growth right here.
Okay.
So that sphere, and like I said, if you want them to make individual wisdom perception checks to see it, either way they'd get damaged walking through it. They just would be aware of the spell versus just walking through blindly if they're gonna.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna cast it there,
Okay.
and I'm going to step back out of, like, I guess somewhat of their range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like they won't be able to hit you from there.
Right, because it's like I want them to move if they're going to actually
Mhm.
try. Because, I mean,
Yep.
at this point, I don't have any damaging spells outside of, like, Ice Knife, so...
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. So
Yep.
that is my third level... Or third, second level spell. So I only have first level now, but that is my turn. I don't have bonus action to do anything.
That's good. All right. Next up is this kobold's turn. One thing I did want to mention. I've just been rolling horrible. They do have pack tactics.
Hmm.
So they do get advantage if someone is 5 against each other, but I've been rolling horribly. So they're going to try to attack Miki.
No!
I rolled the same
No.
exact thing.
Oh my god.
I rolled 2 11s, but that comes out to 15 to hit, which misses.
Yeah, I was
Hey.
gonna say.
So that's the end of that one. Next up is the Intellect Devourer. And the Intellect Devourer, with his brain, dog-like body, is going to go up to Craig.
Oz
And-
gives an involuntary shudder.
I need... Let me see here. 1 second. Okay, I need you to make... Actually, he's going to try to attack you first with his claws. Totally missed you with the 9. And then I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please, Craig.
Here.
I rolled 15.
I'm very happy you did that. So you save. He tries to get into your head, but you shake it off. You've dealt with these before. Even Nihilur was trying to control you, and you shook it off. So it just stares up and looks at you. Okay, that's the end of the Intellect Devourer's turn. Now we got 3 kobolds. They are going to do... We'll do one of each. So the first one's going to be to Oz. That actually hits with a 22.
Holy
Just
crap.
Mm-hmm. It is possible. It is possible. But I think you should be fine. 4 points of bludgeoning damage for that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I've taken any damage since we
No,
rest.
pretty good. Next is going to try to attack Craig with the sling. That is a 19 to hit. And I think that does actually hit you. Yep, it does. And that's going to be 3 points of damage halved, so we round down to 1. Take 1 point of damage.
I'm
And then
so
the last one's going to
scared.
try... I know you are. Well, there's other things that may happen. And then Mikhail, that is 16 to hit you, which just hits you. And that is... that's 6 points of bludgeoning damage. As it hits you in the top of your head, ow! Yeah. So that's the end of that. Next up, we have Oz.
Hey.
Hey, they are not moving, by the way.
Yeah.
They're kind of standing their ground, hoping the traps will still work for some reason.
I'm still gonna move there, so I kind of have natural cover.
Sure.
Quarters, yeah, something like that.
And peek around to be able to cast my spells and stuff. But I'm gonna cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
On this one and this one in that order.
Okay.
Oh god. Well, that's a 10 to hit for the first one.
10 total?
10 total.
Okay. Sorry, unfortunately that misses.
Hey, that's a 19 to hit.
19, which one are you hitting again?
About damn time.
This one.
That one?
I
Okay.
switched dice.
That's fine. Roll your damage, please.
Alright.
This is chill touch, right?
Damage is 1d8. Yes, chill touch.
Okay.
6. So that's 6 necrotic damage.
So, Oz, as you cast Chill Touch on this one, the hand goes through the chest.
Nice.
And you see his soul leave the body and travel to yours.
Oh,
as you kill it.
Oh!
Well, it was a risk that I was taking. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use my last second level spell to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And to bring my scythe back out here.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring that out again.
I'm already going to turn into a kobold, so now I'm just going to go batshit crazy. So.
Okay. Sounds good. I have to remind myself because I think I actually didn't save it in the Roll20. I had it in Discord when you sent it to me. So that was my fault. So right after this, I'm going to save it into Roll20. Here we go.
Okay.
Actually, I found it right here. I got you.
Hey.
We're gonna do this right now.
Woohoo.
Fair tokens. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. Let me do it right now for you because you did such a great job with that, and I want to make sure that it's in here. There you go. Open. And in the meantime, Mikhail, what are you going to do?
Oh, it's my turn. Hi. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Um,
You can control it now, Cal.
I'm
It's right there with you.
I'm gonna use my crossbow again. I'm gonna shoot the intellect devourer.
Okay, sure.
Or intellect devourer.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely
Alright.
not killing that thing.
I will let you know it is,
Me.
it'll be a little tricky, I think, to hit, just because of where you are, because Krieg in the way and the wall's there. Possibly, but I would say you
I'm sorry. I didn't understand there was a wall there.
That's okay.
I'll move over like
Okay,
here.
perfect.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. No worries. All right.
Ximena, you're so far away.
That's a
I know.
12 to hit?
Yeah.
All right. That just hits.
Okay, cool.
Or your damage, yeah?
And shut up. That's 13 total.
13 damage. Okay. Looking pretty rough. You feel very confident in your abilities, especially when it comes to fire. It just seems like ever since you were visiting Ball in Hell, you're just like, I'm used to this now.
I like fire. It's
Yeah.
fun.
It's fun.
This fire is fun.
Same.
Right?
We love fire.
Love fire.
But your fires. Or red
Um,
or orange or whatever.
Okay.
Crimson.
It'll be so it's a kobold's turn now. Kobolds, both of the kobolds are going to try to attack you, Mikhail.
Sure. It's fine.
Ranged attacking. So
You know it's really funny. Like I had the same thing that happened to me with Dennis. I rolled a natural 20 and a natural 1. So I did get a nat 20 on that.
What is today? It's a Halloween special.
Hey.
spooky, spooky.
So that's
Spooky.
oh, I did not mean it. I clicked something wrong. No, did not want to do that. So you get 6 points of bludgeoning damage as the rock hits you square in the face again. And then the other one hits you with a natural 19. And that is another 5 points of bludgeoning damage with that. It is now Krieg's turn.
Mikhail's looking a little rough.
A lot of rocks to the face, yeah.
You could have used your remaining movement at the end of your turn to move further away.
I'm gonna attack this intellect devour.
Yeah, roll the hit, and you're a frenzy.
Finish him.
You're such a boss. You don't need to though.
Right, I'm fine.
18.
I'm tanky.
18 hits.
You're a squishy tank.
No, that's the wrong die. Wrong die.
Your ears are flopping around, Kimarie.
I don't know, like my wig is like falling with a headset. I'm like trying my best.
On my headset. It's on my headset.
Right.
I can't take it on my ears anymore, on my head anymore. It hurts so much.
Oh no. It hurts so good.
Nope.
23.
Not even.
22 damage. You smash that thing like a
Into
bug.
applesauce.
You kill it
Brain
instantly.
sauce.
Brain sauce.
Sure.
Oh, yum. I guess that's our
so-
next dinner item.
You still have your movement as well as another attack because of your frenzy range. So, and you know the traps are here and here.
I'm gonna move between the traps.
Okay.
If I get into that circle, is it gonna do anything to me?
The
You
spike
take
runs-
2d4 points of magical piercing damage, and you're in rough terrain. But as I, just letting you know, you also have reach, so it'd be Dan's call whether or not you're affected in this particular square.
I would say you would be because part of it is occupying that square, so you would have to.
All right.
I'll take the damage and attack from.
You're raging too, so it would be halved. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, it's magical. Oh, does it?
Oh wait, it's magical damage.
Well,
Yeah, so
it's only 4 damage, Craig. You're fine.
there you go. So 4 damage to you, Craig.
And then I'll attack the bottom kobold.
Okay, sounds good. Roll the hit, please.
It's 14.
14. I think that hits. Yeah, it does. 40 damage. I think you'll seriously kill it in one hit. You're pretty squishy. You did.
Right? Unexpectedly.
You're right. I was totally risking it, but I did not expect to kill it on the first hit.
3. 12. 7 is 19.
19. You smashed that kobold into the ground into pieces. Like an anvil just fell right on its head. Wile E. Coyote style.
Nice.
And the other kobolds are like gasping, their eyes are like wide, their jaws dropped, and then they look at you. Yeah, the chill touch is a creepy thing too, but then when they see something physically like that,
Really?
they are surprised.
Well,
I mean, even the floating
That's
sides,
not cool enough, Oz.
they're not the smartest, definitely.
That's
They
the
all
only
yap
turn.
and everything. Okay. Kobold's coming up, they're going to try to attack you, Craig. The sling. They... Oh, man, that's a natural 19 to hit, yeah. But that is 4 points of bludgeoning damage halved, so you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage with that. It is Zymina's turn now.
okay. Seeing as they haven't really moved from their spot, I guess.
Mhm.
I'll move 10 feet here, and then 5 more here. And I'm just going to be like, well, it was worth a shot. And I'll just use a free action to stop concentrating on plant growth.
Okay.
As Craig is right there.
Mhm.
And I'll use my main action to cast Ice Knife, which has a range of 60 feet, on this guy in the middle. So first I have to make a ranged spell attack
All right.
on him. Get to that. Oop, that's not right. Well, the initial hit does not hit with a 2.
Mhm.
But everyone within that 5-foot radius
Mhm.
around him, so all 4 of these,
Yep.
have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Got you. So you centered it on here, right? Or in the middle here.
So on this guy here. So
Okay.
everything within a 5-foot radius around him would be taking damage.
So the
be
left to the
close
right
to-
and the bottom one, right?
All 4, yep. Including the one that I attempted to hit it with.
Oh, I see. So it just takes the cold damage instead of... Okay, got you.
Yeah, it's full damage if they don't if they fail, or
Yep.
if it's half damage if they succeed.
So let's see what their deck saves are. Let's see, take a look here. So the one on the
Either way,
left,
let me just roll the 2d6.
the left got a 19 to save. The middle one got a 7, so he fails. The right one got a got a 4, so he fails. The bottom one got 19 passes. So the middle and the right ones failed.
All right. Well, it's only 5 points of cold damage, so rounded down is 2 or 3.
Mhm.
2, I think.
2,
Takes
yeah.
the lower number.
And the one that failed takes the full 5, right?
Yep, the ones that fail take the full 5 damage.
So they're at 5 hit points. So this one's dead, this one's dead, and then this one's down to 2, and this other one's down to 2.
Seeing that we're kind of getting a little bit of leverage here, I'll even move a little bit closer.
Sure.
And I'll hide
No
right
worries.
here.
Yep.
Behind this
No
box.
worries.
And that's my turn.
Okay, sounds good.
That's all I got.
Yep. It is now the kobold's turn. They... they're going to start running away. This one is going to do... He's going to dash 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to dash out of the map. This one here is dashing. He actually forgot about this and triggered a trap. A bear trap.
Oh no.
As... Yep. Yeah, so... Do that in here. Yep. So he landed on bear trap. Poor guy. And... Oh, he has his legs chopped off. He's dead.
Oh, wow.
You see him run away from you, and he actually... His legs are chopped clean off as he is crawling and screaming in pain as he realized that this was a bad idea, and he is dead. And
Bear
that this
traps?
trap has been activated.
Bear traps are like 2 or 3 feet in diameter, so they're no joke. They're huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and these are small creatures too. So, yeah, that one is gone. So it is Oz and Mikhail. You do see one way back there too. If you want to try to finish him off, you're more than
Oh
willing
yeah, Oz is going to move to here.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Chill Touch on this one.
Okay.
And this one.
All right.
Wow.
See what you do.
I'm gonna attack this one first, and depending on whether they hit or not, might attack it again.
Okay, no
Maybe
worries.
a mega kobold.
Alright. 18 plus 5 to hit.
Yes, that does hit.
So Chill Touch is a D8. That's 2 points of damage.
That's what you needed. As you see the hand go against it again, and he's trying to run away from you. He's scared. He knows what happens, and then the hand goes through the chest again as you just see his lifeless body just fall limp as the soul carries to you, and then the other soul leaves. So it's like, even though you had one kobold soul in there, the other one's in there now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now I'm going to attack this one
All right.
with my second necromancy thing. And it's also an 18. Yes,
Okay.
plus 5.
Very good.
Yes.
So
Oz with the
D8
kills.
is a 2 again.
Yeah, that's what you needed.
And then I'm going to attack this one with my scythe.
Is it bonus action?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Bonus action.
I love the kill streak you have, Oz.
Melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. So, okay. 12 plus 5 is 17 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
And this is a D8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So 4 plus 3 is 7.
How do you want to roll with this kill?
Oz just kind of makes a slashing gesture through the air, and the scythe like swings around and just chops its head off. Yeah.
Sure. For one of the first times when you this is like one of the first times you got into this mode of this killing streak. It's like a switch just got turned on within you. This just has to happen. They were fated to be here. They waited for you. They offered themselves to you as a sacrifice for her. And you just needed to just use her hands, use her tools, do the job, and do it for her. As you swipe clean, like pulling a tablecloth off of a table, and everything is still there for a brief second as the head topples over.
And once the body falls over, Oz will quietly say, "Long live the Raven Queen."
And you hear a faint sound in your head. Long live the Raven Queen. And you kind of like smile to yourself. Perfect.
I'm just kidding.
Yep. Okay, you clear everyone there.
Yay! Who needed me kill at the end of that?
That was a lot. I
I'm
know.
gonna wait for Oz to go, and then if somebody's still up, I guess I'll attack. But I'll just wait it out.
Well, with the way that I usually roll.
Well, true. This is true. About damn time,
right?
About damn time.
You're catching up there in terms of body count. I mean, at this point, we all have quite a few kills.
Right.
I'm gonna do cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
Unless
I was gonna do that, but that's okay.
yeah. If I do it, I just use up my last spell slot. But hopefully, we're going home now.
I hope so.
Why wouldn't we just explore this mysterious black box in the upper corner?
Oh, fuck. Okay.
No, I mean, I wouldn't want to. Like, out of game, I want to. In game, I would probably just want to go unless there's anything of interest, like, pointing me to go there, but...
Oh, man.
So what do you think? What are you thinking, guys? Are you looking to explore that area, or are you looking to go home?
Coin flip.
Coin flip.
If you guys want.
My vote is home.
Yeah, because we're like half dead and nearly depleted.
Yeah, I would say just go home. As much as we want to see what that is all about.
I mean, we finally got
Secret hideaway.
Yeah, I feel like it would be reckless to still try to be investigating while having the stone on our in our group, you know.
And you have you have the stone on you still, right, Oz?
Yes.
Okay.
Right,
sure.
well, I think we should get home as soon as possible. Perhaps check on Glarb.
You hear and see. You don't see Glarb or hear him at all.
Oh God.
Yeah, you don't hear his voice. You even guys could take some time to kind of like look around the area where you guys were. He's gone. You do see a couple city watch there. The same city watch that spoke with him.
Maybe we could send a paper bird to Renair and see if he's heard anything, or maybe JB would know if he got arrested or anything.
You can also ask the guards what happened, just because we were curious bystanders, but I think the less noticed we are, the better.
Right.
We can worry about that once we get home.
As much as I want to talk to the guards, we always cause suspicion just because of who we are. So it's like...
Also, I'm going to be changing pretty soon. So if we could get home, that would be excellent.
Sounds good. So we can like look for a carriage. I would pay for a carriage to go home.
Yeah.
Like a nice carriage. You guys do find a nice carriage. Well kept, well dressed which you see like a gnome, well-dressed gnome, a little bit older. He has a gray mustache, kind of goes out both ways, and wears some very very small glasses as well. And nods. You're looking for a ride.
Yes, please.
All right. And he opens the door for you. The ride's going to cost you about 2 dragon.
That's fine. I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before we get call a cab though or a wagon, I just want to ask the party if we want to send a paper bird to Rainier, telling him about not mentioning it literally, but saying that we found the object of interest in which he was kidnapped for, if he wants to meet us somewhere to discuss what to do with it, or if we just want to leave it up in the air and hold on to it and keep it in the tavern. Because we don't know much about it other than what it supposedly does.
Right.
Right.
I would be comfortable with that. We've gotten
Seems
most
pretty
of our
trustworthy.
information about it from him as well, so I just don't want our door to get blasted out of existence again, so...
Now, honestly, the more you're thinking about this, all those kills that you got, was that because you got the stone? Did it make you more powerful?
Ooh.
Was the Raven Queen really helping? Probably she was. But it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra help. Makes you think a little bit. Oh, maybe it's nothing. You kind of shake it off.
As are you? Well, you're probably transforming, so you know what? We can discuss this on the way home. Maybe we can send it as soon as we get to the tavern then. But just food for thought, maybe Rainier can help us with that. I'm sure he has connections, especially being in the Harpers.
Right. So I mean, did you ever reach out to JB about the thing he wanted us to do for him?
I don't think he had reached out to me yet with the details of going into Xanathar's lair, but I'm assuming we'll hear from him very soon.
Okay.
Well, I'll hear from him, but out of game, I think that's my understanding. That's what he wanted us to do, but he was going to give us more details on that later.
Right.
Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still haven't heard from Nanette, so I'm just worried that she's still captured. So I didn't know if JB would have heard anything through his network or what have you.
You can see on her face, like, she understands what you want her to do, and she doesn't really want to do it, not because of you, because of the last bird she got from him. She knows she has to address something she doesn't want to deal with. You don't know that, but you could just see the confliction in her face. She closes her eyes and just well, I will send him a paper bird on the way to the tavern to ask him if he has heard anything of that and if he has any further instruction for me, and respond to his last question. Oh. And then that's what she'll be doing in the tavern, and I will tell you later what I say, Dan, because I have to think about what I want to say.
Well, I will say this. As you do get to the tavern,
Oh shit.
in Tosco Manor, you do see a very familiar face at the door. It is JB.
Okay.
So he actually...
No need to send... That's so funny. I would have sent it in the tavern.
I know you would have, yeah. So. No, he is there. Let's take you back to the tavern here. Let's bring him out.
Mm.
No.
Oh, Glarb, that's where you went.
Yo! I'm here now. Oh, no, I'm not. Let me bring up JB here for you guys.
No. Really?
Yeah, he's
really? That's the one? You're not gonna tell me. Anyways,
What happened?
Nothing. Just thinking of the guidance that the Raven Queen gave to Oz. Knowing what you told me, though, would that...
Oh, I see what you mean.
Would Oz not be suspicious of something going on. If something's starting to cause Oz to have thoughts that doubt the Raven Queen,
Mhm.
you know.
Your bond is so strong with the Raven Queen. It's innate because you are her child.
Right.
You don't really. You wouldn't go against her. That's
Right.
your whole thing, right? I mean, sometimes there could be extra help that just chimes in that may give you a boost that could possibly help. So maybe the stone maybe did help you a little bit. The Raven Queen, you still get your powers, but maybe this was like a catalyst or something to like give you a push. But who knows?
Hmm.
You just know that, oh, that's just interesting.
Okay.
How long do you have the stone for? And Craig, are you trying to take the stone back at all? Or is anyone trying to take the stone?
Something's like, I feel like something's kind of calling me to it, and I kind of want it back.
Miki just wants to put the stone in the hole, but
I have no interest.
I will not fight Crick for it because that is a fight I will never win. So
do you say that though when we get there? That
yeah, I will tell everybody. I think we should put it in the hole because nobody knows that we have this.
Well, I will let you know JB is there.
Well, okay.
Right, so this would have to be before we got into the wagon.
JB.
Yeah. We're just letting you know.
Yeah, but
so
I won't force anybody. I'm just stating my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Dan's asking for the sole purpose of what he'd mentioned earlier about attuning to something. So how long it would have taken to get to the tavern if Oz held on to it, they might have attuned to it at that point.
Exactly.
So that's why he's asking
Ooh,
if it would have
okay,
been handed up. Not as a ookie spooky thing, just for his knowledge. So like, if you want to go to the tavern with it, because of like what happened, you kind of got the little nudge of power. That's fine. But if Craig wants to take it, you should have that discussion before we get into the wagon, before we get to JB, because then we're having this whole conversation in front of him. He's like, "Oh, awesome,"
right.
you know.
If Miki suggests to put it in the hole before we leave, then yeah, Oz will do that because it makes sense.
Sure. Okay. You put it in the hole.
Craig think.
Craig.
I
take Miki's hole.
Begrudgingly accept putting it in the hole.
Yeah, Oz isn't happy about putting it in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
What if it is helping? But
I'm not exactly happy that it wasn't given back to me. But
I mean, just looking at both of you with like the reluctance you both have to get rid of the stone, she's noticing that now more so with Oz and like Craig not wanting to go in the hole. She just shakes her head. Not too much in thought, because clearly she hasn't held it herself, but she's just like, that's weird. Not like you guys. It doesn't say anything.
Yep. Silently observing.
Mm-hmm. Mental note.
Yep. So
we're back
you guys are at the tavern. You see JB there. At your front door. I mean, do you go and say hi to him?
Well,
yeah, because I want to go inside and go to bed.
Right. And Zamina will just walk up and be like, "Oh, well, this is a pleasant surprise. I wouldn't have expected to see you so soon. How's it going, JP?"
Oh, it is going good. How are you doing? He reaches out and gives you a hug.
Unexpected. She'll hug back. Not like, kind of, she treats them like handshakes, where it's like she will do like a firm one, but not like a warm hug. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, she's showing that she can deliver it back, but she's not like being sentimental.
And he was doing it from how the hug was. It was more of a casual friendship type of hug. Nothing intimate or passionate about any of that. Just more of like, oh, it's good. We could be more informal with each other.
It's a church hug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. A church hug.
Christian said
he kind of walks inside and says, "Hello, everyone. Is the coast clear? There's no peering eyes, are there?"
Well, we've certainly had a lot of gazers on our tail, so I would say no, just for the sake of convenience.
All right. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I just figure you've been really busy lately, and there's been something on my mind I wanted to ask you, because I wonder if something got lost in the mail.
Not at all. Actually, she'll show up like the half-written piece of the paper bird she had. I was just meaning to send this to you today, so I figured there's a reason to with seeing you here. I just hadn't had a chance with the last 3 days being. And she kind of makes like not an extreme gesture, but like a way of like she takes in a sigh, like looks up and like just like lolls her head before just letting the sigh out.
What happened? Tell me.
Series of 3 days. Just a bunch of wild goose chases, a bunch of gazers, dock ward, trades ward, back to the dock ward, under into the sewers, and as you can tell, as she's like not as dirty as the others, you can probably see like there's some amount of filth, and she just says, "So I apologize for not getting back to you sooner. I would hate to have kept my pen pal waiting, but in-person visits are definitely more my style."
I figured it was, and I figured it'd be nice. Your friends can stay if they want to. I don't want to shun anyone out. They don't want to.
I'll go upstairs.
Okay.
Unless you want to talk to me.
No, it was something like this. I'm like, and he goes, "Oh, I kind of wanted a drink, but it's okay."
I can get you a drink before.
I don't want to be a bother.
Upstairs. I mean, I can pour you a ale. That's not a problem.
You have wine.
I could pour you a wine, yes.
Okay, nothing too crazy.
Elder Quest.
Ooh, I like that. I like a little pip in my stuff. Yeah.
I know, that's what I thought. And I'll hand him a big glass of it and go upstairs.
Oh, generous.
Yeah. And Dan, I really would like to pray to ball tonight if we could just fit that in really quick.
Sure, we'll see. I'm gonna.
It really needs to happen though.
Oh boy!
Okay.
Oh boy! I know you want your daddy, but you're gonna have to.
Something.
There's something.
I know. We'll see. Can you just roll a D100 for me? We'll see.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Sounds good.
You need a 96.
Now it's going to be a 95. Oh, 96 or higher. Oh, God.
I'm just asking him what we should do. Asking for guidance of what we should do with the floor.
Okay. Yep. I got you. What did you get?
Wow, so close though.
75. Okay. You get an image of your head.
Wait! We're doing this right now?
Okay, I'm just gonna say you're not gonna be talking to him in person.
I know, but hold on. I go up to my bedroom.
Okay, go up to your bedroom, and then JB's having a conversation with Simina. Oh, that was something. Oh my God!
What?
Oh,
there you go.
God.
I'm so unhappy and
God.
excited. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm following this, but I had to do it for Halloween night.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I will quickly say this, just for time. You don't get to hear from him. You don't get to go down to Lovely Hell and see Daddy Ball. But you do get a brief just vision and glimpse of the stone.
Okay.
Just a picture of it. That's all you get.
Okay, Great. Picture of the stone. Thank you.
Picture of the stone. You're welcome. I love the mask.
That's great.
Yay.
I know. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Been waiting all night.
Sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt the JB thing, but I have wanted to show it off.
It's okay. You gotta get it out.
I love it. And just for shits and giggles, I'll just show Durlaxel here because we haven't shown a picture of him in some time, so that'll be fun. So he talks to you, and he's a little bit more lax. No, he's talking more in his normal voice. He seems more comfortable with you. He says, "Yeah, that was interesting. That was fun. I was just curious about the intel that you got. I mean, you certainly had a busy day, and geysers, and what is it? The sewers as well. Yeah, Xanathar's on your tail, love.
Don't forget the city of the dead.
Did you say that in game?
Yeah, I was just kind of quietly
that's okay.
says that.
Oh, look at your new appearance. Looks good. Oh,
Just wait.
Love your
It's gonna get better.
I see you have a little bit of games. Oh, that's exciting. Can I watch?
Have at it.
He was like actually thankful for the interruption.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
how does that
fascinated by this. He's looking at this and he's like sipping his drink. I'm looking. Maybe that's wine, but like he's like sipping it.
Still.
And you're now a kobold. You've fully transformed.
Oh my god!
You you look shorter, but you're still your normal height. So you're pretty tall kobold for the most part. But yeah, you have the red scales, you kinda have the light colored belly, the like sharp teeth, the ears, all of that. Yeah. And you look completely naked. You just have no arm. It's just straight up.
Oh man.
Loincloth.
Very, very minimal. Yeah.
And Ximena kind of like tilts her head and goes, I really thought you would have been shorter. I guess they're still part of the city. It works.
And JB says, "Thank you for letting me watch. I love voyeurism a lot. I love looking into things."
Well, now we don't want to include you with the gazers, JB. They've been doing a lot of prying.
Oh, I know they are love. They watch me every day. But sometimes I let them watch.
She can't tell if he's being serious in that, like that they've actively been watching him as well. Mm-hmm. So I want to insight that more just out of my curiosity.
Insight. Roll insight.
Or if he's just joking, you know?
Roll insight, yeah.
The fuck, JB?
If Ximena is by Oz
14
reaching, Oz wants to very subtly just like reach out and touch Ximena and kind of try to cast guidance.
Can you roll a sleight of hand check, please?
It's a little hard.
14 plus 0? I don't know. My dex is 0, so.
When I rolled a 14, so I don't know what my insight is, but sure. That's my base roll. And whether or not I use the guidance is going to be based on whether or not Oz gets caught.
Right? Yeah.
Well, as you start touching Ximena, he gives an inquisitive look and looks down at you. Giving a helping hand, love. I could definitely use that.
No, I just am feeling a little uncomfortable suddenly being naked in front of everybody.
Being naked is freeing, love. We're all different people. We all have bits and pieces.
Well, and Ximena will kind of chime in. Ximena will kind of like reinforce the moment to like lead into this, like, to not make it seem suspicious. She'll kind of like turn and like just set her hand on top of where she would assume Oz's shoulder would be. Not sure if that's going to be the actual shoulder, because the last time she had touched you, it wasn't in the spot she thought. So she like purposely goes a little higher and just pats you.
It is the actual shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a.
I had to really think about that last time. Yeah.
Mesh thing with the disguised self. Yeah.
Yep. So.
And then. Well, and then she'll say, "Sorry, I just wanted to."
No,
unless you had something to interrupt.
No.
Like, well, no, it's okay. I mean, we're family. We're trying to be a little more supportive with each other. You know, considering our memory loss, we've had to go through quite a bit, and dealing with emotions hasn't been exactly the best path. So we're trying to do what we can to at least stay in it together. And then I'll add that D4 to my insight check. Because that's what it is, supportive, and it's a 4, so 18 plus whatever my insight is.
Sure.
And again, it's just more for fun.
Yeah, he's being a straight shooter in this case. He's pretty much like, he's very laissez. He's like not worried. He's being overly flirtatious and just funny in a sexual way. He's just.
I meant he's being serious about the gazers watching.
Yes.
Him as well.
So he is. He sounds like he's being truthful. He isn't hiding that at all.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that he wasn't just joking.
Yeah. He's making light of the situation, Even though he's saying, "Oh yeah, they happened to me," but he's doing it in a way that he's not worried, and then he makes a joke out of it because it's just humorous from how Xanathar thinks he can get a leg up on him, so he isn't worried. He's very confident of himself.
Perfect. And then, she'll kind of she won't be like too like rigid, but then she'll have kind of a little bit of a serious look on her face in response to the gazer thing, and she'll just say, I wish I could go about with that kind of fun attitude regarding them, but they're really, really annoying. And I would love far more than anything for Xanathar to just die along with them.
You and I both.
Yeah.
Yes. It piques my interest, I love. Something like Xanathar, he's a paranoid freak, all the time. But he's so fixed on you four. Why is that?
Well,
I think he would spend more time with lovely me.
Well, I do think that. Well, actually, let me start over.
Mm-hmm.
I think ever since we stepped foot into that Zopglob shop, he's been watching us because apparently he has a little mirror in there, and he knew that we were looking for Rainier, who was kidnapped by his own clan. So I think he just assumes that, especially after we held his pet tamer hostage, that we're at the bottom of everything he's paranoid about. At least that's what I would think. And I don't blame him, because we are a threat.
Possibly. I didn't know about the mirror. That's good news. Another avenue.
One we don't know how to go through, but if you have any ideas on that, I'll at least be able to tell you who the informant was, though I can't say that I have a strong enough connection with them to have any sway. They're pretty independent. And then she'll kind of make a soft gesture with her hand pointing out the window, and she'll say, just next door, or 2 houses down, out of game. It's either next door or it's 2 houses down, I can't remember.
Oh, you mean Vincent?
Absolutely. I figured you'd already know about him, but I don't know how much you knew about him.
Oh. This is
She's
getting
not
really...
saying that as if she knows information, just saying that she assumed he knows everyone.
Yeah, he's getting excited to talk about it. He's like, I got a secret I can tell you, if you want.
Well, as long as it's not going to come with a cost, I don't mind.
Nah, it'll be free love. You know I like you. Yeah, he's a Rakshasa. That's why he can get all that information. He's very smart. Has a lot of... yeah, let's just say he had, I don't think you know about this. You know the history of this place, right?
Well, so
Right.
witch-eating orphans, owned by Lift previously.
Yes.
I don't remember what it was before.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, with...
High Church,
yeah.
who killed Liv
Uh-huh.
after impregnating his barmaid.
Yes. Do
And
you
as far
find...
as I remember, they were part of the expose you had me submit to the Waterdeep, because Wazoo.
Wazoo.
Yep.
Wazoo. I always forget it. Wazoo, whatever. It's
I
fine.
was gonna say
Wazoo is for
I'm
the
so
local
disinterested.
bards in the area.
Well, that's good for information at least. But yeah,
Well, thank you for being so honest with me, love. I appreciate it. So I figured I'll tell you a little bit more and tell on my own, because we have such a connection and I enjoy it so much. So, the expose, of course, it is a little bit of a poke at the higher elite, but it is true. They do dabble in those things. There's no BS.
Oh, I saw the teleportation circle inside.
Oh,
Only
yes. That's very spicy. I like that too. But High Church, there's a reason for that, love. You want to know something very interesting? With Rakshasas, they are fixated on a certain individual or enemy, right? They sworn, so every time they're banished and go to hell to get punished, they come back even stronger, just to kill or make that person's life miserable on the surface. What I understand is Lift's flaying was his target.
The woman?
Just precisely. I think that's her name. Starts with a J. I don't fucking know. Sounds
She kind of, it kind of looks over at Oz and just goes, like, she doesn't make an attempt to hide it, but she rolls her eyes and she just goes, "Oh, of course, another hole in the plot. I can only assume what she happens to be." And then she kind of turns her attention full back to JB to hear the rest of what he has to say.
No, and he has his legs crossed and has his hands clapped, just looking at you, like, all excitingly. He says, "And sometimes these grudges can last for generations. So it doesn't necessarily have to be her, but maybe her daddy, mommy, great Aunt Gertrude, who gives a fuck, really. But from what I understand, it was her dad. Dabbling a little too much with dark arts. Made some pacts and dealings. Possibly made someone very angry. So, here came the Rakshasa. So, think about it this way. Who's the main person that made her life hell?"
High church.
Precisely. Rakshasas can change their appearance to whomever they want to be.
Oh, don't tell me Vincent was actually High Church pretending.
Bing bong. And
Just
that's
like
where
look up the ceiling.
he's going to roll out of today's episode.
Not Bing Bong. Really,
Bing
Dan?
bong. Bing bong.
Oh, that's funny.
Bing
Oh, no.
Bing bong. So we're going to roll out of that. That's what that's what Joe Axel says, that Vincent Trench and High Church are the same person.
Shit.
So,
I just meant for that moment. I didn't realize you meant, okay.
that's what he means.
helpful.
That's what he means.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe that explains his schedule and Floon's interactions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would explain why if I would have followed him, that's what I would have noticed. But granted, like I can't wait to talk. Well, we can talk off stream.
Yep.
For
So,
no more juicy bits for you guys watching.
So juicy bits. Thank you again so much for watching, guys. Love you. Have a happy Halloween coming up. Enjoy your yourself. Eat a bunch of candy. Love you guys, and remember, this is Roll or
Play.
Roleplay!
Bye, guys.
Role play.
Bye.